Welcome to Will's Music House. You're watching the Will's House podcast. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and share the show. Go to willsmusichouse.com and follow all of our pages and links. You can send super chats or text-to-speech messages to the show and all of our guests by using the Streamlabs TTS link on willsmusichouse.com. Thank you to all of our guests, and let's get started. Let's get everybody on cam. Everyone say what's up.
What up, what up?
What's good, y'all?
All right, we're going to go around starting with Beamer. And the first question is, who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
Shit, my name is Brendan Murray. They call me B-Murr. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, East Side. And I'm an artist, producer, manager, label head, everything. Do the music shit.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Hell yeah. Next.
I'm a.k.a. Fabian. I'm from Elyria, Ohio. I rap, I sing, I mix, I produce. I do anything that involves any audio at all type shit.
Fire.
Yo, my name is Nuke Franklin, born and raised in Cleveland, musician, rapper, part-time mixer, part-time producer, full-time rapper, just artist shit.
All right, next.
Marcus, I'm a professional gambler. I'm the guy that called Diego Lopez over past Sabatini. So, let's get going.
Moneyline Mark.
That's what they call me.
All right, next.
My name's Brody. The white skin Key Sweat. Just local goofball, you know what I'm saying? Fried guy.
All right, and over on the couch.
What's good, y'all? I'm S.I.E. Ramos. I'm from Lorain, Ohio. I'm a musician, producer. Yeah, man, we got a lot of heat coming for y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I'm Will. It's Will's Music House. You're live on the Will's House podcast every other Monday. So, like, 2 Mondays from now, pull back up with us. Don't forget to follow all of our pages, like and subscribe. And, yeah, so we're going to get into a topic right now. And I want to know from all of our artists, producers, music people here, starting with Beamer, what's your opinion on YouTube beats?
YouTube beats, man. That's how everybody starts, I feel like. It's kind of, in this generation, I feel like it's important. Like a real, could be a jumping off point for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that are just trying to get into it. And I've actually found some dope-ass producers on YouTube, just linking in and
Facts.
looking up their pages and stuff. And I know a lot of good friends of mine started just producing YouTube beats too, so it's like definitely can't be discredited for our generation, I feel like, you know.
Hell yeah.
We all been on YouTube before.
All right, what about you, Fabian?
Oh, bro, when I first started rapping, I was straight to YouTube. Straight to YouTube. I didn't know how to make no beats, bro, so.
Hipstrumentals.
Yeah, bro, all that. Hipstrumentals had the fire.
They was the
sure.
ones.
Yup.
They had the official remixes.
Yeah.
Are you
sir.
guys, like, getting the free beats only, or are you looking for
facts,
ones to
bro.
buy?
Facts, bro, I was a kid.
I was stealing that shit.
Yeah, bro.
No cap.
No one's buying no leases?
No, we
I
tapped.
bought leases before.
I was about to say, I just bought one.
Right.
Shit, I still use
Hey.
the YouTube beats. I
Oh,
don't find
yeah.
some.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
If it's good music, man, I think everyone can relate as an artist. If it's good music, you gonna fuck with it.
Facts.
Very true.
facts.
Very true.
You know.
All right, Nuke, what about you?
Yeah, like I said, I just bought one. I think it's great for when you trying to get an idea out. I think it's good as a foundation point. You can go back, build a beat around it, whatever. Or you might just find somebody that you really fuck with that make YouTube beats, build a connection with them. That's what I do.
Absolutely.
Like, I probably done met 3-4 producers that I just work with now off YouTube beats.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about you, Marcus?
Well, I thought they were cool. I mean, you can find a bunch of different producers that have different sounds and stuff, and like they buy the leases and stuff. You know, like I don't rap anymore, but like when I did, you know, I bought a couple, but I think it's cool for the producers too, because you know what I'm saying. Like from the producers that I've talked to, they don't post all their best ones on YouTube. It's like the intro, so like you know, you build the relationship with that person. They get to expose themselves as well and get out there, and then like you know, the bigger artists find a sound. We had that. What years was it? Brody would know, but there was like that year gap where it was like X and all them were using YouTube beats,
Oh,
and they were the bangers that were like on Apple Music and shit.
The whole
Like
SoundCloud era.
Facts. Facts.
no, it was after SoundCloud though. Like this was like the official drops, like in his album and shit. It was like that one dude.
That like 2016, 2017 era.
Bags was used. Bags got a beat from him
Yeah.
too.
There's plenty. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I
Yeah.
can't remember his name. Oh, yeah, because Bags
What,
got
Cash
a
Money AP?
Yeah, Cash Money.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because Bags
He
has a
was
track
YouTube
that
first,
fucking what's his face from Atlanta used. It was a crazy ass song. I can't remember I can't remember his name. But yeah, Cash Money AP do a lot of the biggest tracks we see.
Yeah. Cash Money AP had a fucking Cole Bennett video on one of his songs. So like I I think we can all agree here. We all knew who Cash Money AP
Oh,
was
yeah,
on
facts.
YouTube well
Yeah.
before he ever
You
got
play that tag
Facts.
right now,
You know that
anybody gonna
tag.
be like, that's a hot one.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, what about you, Brody? Even though we kind of know.
You know, you gotta take what you can get. I mean, I've used a YouTube beat on just bullshit. So like, they're needed. I feel like a lot of artists we see today would not be here without like a YouTube style era in their career. It's almost foolish not to say I've never used a YouTube beat. I think from anybody I've met, it's just
Facts.
everybody need a YouTube beat. It's just you gotta to be an artist. You gotta say I use a YouTube beat.
Have you guys had a YouTube beat song where you've made a song on a YouTube beat and then went to a producer and had it like remade with like a better beat or something?
Absolutely.
Just like you
Yeah.
caught a flow somewhere. So
Yeah.
so it's like a template almost. Like you could use YouTube beats as
Just
a
to
template.
write.
Like
yeah.
I said, it's a
good
jumping off
inspiration.
point. You know, it's a jumping off point for
Yeah.
people. Just you could start as like practicing. You know, if you can't, man, I have one producer not hit me back, or I ain't got the budget for it yet. Let me just. I want to work on my craft though. So, like you said, it's huge for this era, like our generation, the internet generation, like being able to have access to that and have, producers promote their stuff in a way where it's, a lot of people don't have access to beat sites or don't know where to go. Like everyone knows about YouTube. It's like Google of entertainment.
Facts,
So
facts.
I think it's a crucial piece.
All right, what about you, SIE?
So in a producer's standpoint, I have had people come to me and be like, "Yo, there's this beat off YouTube. Could you make something like it? Could you make something close to it? So it could be something original but close to that, So like, I feel like there's a lot of artists that need YouTube beats, because at the end of the day, they don't really know. Like you guys were saying at the table, they don't really know sometimes where to get stuff or how to get stuff done. So YouTube is like one of them places to go to. So it's always a great way to get started. And even shit, J. Cole just did something on a YouTube beat not that long
the
ago.
game up.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like that did a whole big thing for that producer, you feel me? So it's a good way for artists to get started, good way for producers to get started and shit. They could keep making money off that shit for years, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Pretty sure my boy Toad, who trying to think of his YouTube producer name. But anyway, Trap Money Benny was one of the homies too. He's from this area, Menor. And I'm pretty sure he started on YouTube, doing the YouTube beats, and he's
Got a song with Drake.
got one of the biggest
Yeah.
records in the world.
Facts.
So
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
discredit
interesting. Like the YouTube beat producer lane is such a different grind than the network IRL meeting artist grind. But like they both have their place and like are respectable. Like some dudes just drop on YouTube and that's what they do, And then other dudes like don't. Like if you produce beats here, how many beats have you uploaded to YouTube to try to sell them? I've done like 5, and I've probably made like thousands of beats. You know what I'm saying? And like. At least even if you're not like a full-time producer, probably everyone's here made a beat, right? Except for
but
maybe
never
Marcus or
uploaded
Brody.
to YouTube.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I ain't make a beat.
I don't know. For me as an artist, I never really wanted to like
Make a
pursue
bet.
that lane. But I agree it has its place for sure,
I don't make beats, I make bets. Boy, that's Moneyline Mark, baby. Come on, with it.
Moneyline Mark.
Take out the A. I'm making bets all day.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
All right, and then that will go into our next topic. And the next topic I had, what is everyone's opinion on pirating plugins, drum kits, sounds, and other music recording software? Like, what do you think about it? Do you think
You mean
people
just-
should do it or shouldn't do it? Do you think it's a way for people to start? Like, you don't have to say if you've ever
Bro,
done it personally.
I'm
but
gonna just say the subscription-based model is trash for all like Pro Tools.
Oh,
Garbage.
man.
For
Yeah,
everything.
bro.
Terrible.
Everything. Some of your plugins, you gotta like pay every year to update the new version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
bro, it's
him.
terrible.
If you don't pay
Got
for
his
the
ass.
update, it won't work at all.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be a man. If you ain't got the budget, steal that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Steal it. When
Yup.
you get the budget, then just double back and be like, all right,
Even if
I'm
you
gonna pay
got
my
the budget,
tithes.
steal it.
Get the whole thing.
That's why YouTube is
fuck
so
'em.
great.
I got cracked
like,
FL
you
on
feel
my
me?
Mac.
Hey, steal everything. Fuck
Facts.
that.
But like drum kits for sure, bro. I'll be digging through to find the good ones. Somewhere.
What was the first one y'all ever didn't steal? Mixcraft.
Pro
for
Tools.
me.
Yeah, Pro Tools.
I was about to say Logic.
You mean like
Logic.
first software in general?
We're saying like that you didn't steal. You know what I'm saying? Like that you didn't steal. What's your first one that you didn't
Like
steal?
what you pay for.
You know what?
Probably,
I might have.
probably the first time I bought like Pro Tools, like
Yeah.
in 2012.
What was that one you had me on at your house? That you
Studio
like,
One.
You used it for like a year and just never used it again. You
Well,
used me as a
because
guinea
Pro Tools
pig.
is the goat. Like
Yeah.
Studio One's cool though. Like I'm not hating on Studio One. If you can work your program, you can work your program. They're all fire, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like Ableton, FL Studio, Bitwig, fucking Reason, like all that shit. You can make crazy shit on all of them. Pro Tools, Studio One. It's really just like how do you know the tools of your craft and how that was one reason I moved away from Studio One is because I felt bad doing sessions and moving 20% slower than I can move on Pro Tools. You know, you know if I'm not gonna lower the price if I'm using this different software. So I want to keep my quality the same. you
Yeah.
know?
I respect that.
Yeah, I feel like Pro Tools is like the most user friendly of all of them. So, just my opinion.
It's a
You know,
standard
but everybody
too, I feel
that-
I was about to say I think the most user friendly is Logic, but I'm
Yeah.
biased.
Right,
But
for
industry standard Pro Tools. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say Logic's pretty user friendly. I don't
Logic
use it
fire
that much.
for real.
Yeah.
You guys, how many of you guys record in Logic?
We be on Logic.
I've recorded
Yeah,
in Logic
Logic,
before.
I've
What do you
never
make
used
beats
Logic.
on, SIE?
I make them on Logic.
Okay, so we got a
Yeah.
bunch of Apple guys in here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we team Windows over here. I'm team Windows all the way. I got Macs. I got a MacBook Air. I got a MacBook Pro. Like I got a Mac Mini. Just something about the Windows, man. That's just what I like. All right, and then so we're gonna go back around the table real quick one more time, and we'll just wrap up what you think about that in like one sentence, and we'll start with Beamer, the pirating and stuff.
Hey, man,
Like a final statement.
There's so many artists now, and it's so saturated. But and like not a lot of people have the budget for it. This world is expensive, so you got to get it how you live, man. Any way you can get it. Like Nuke said, if you got to double back eventually, you get a check. Good for you, but if not, do what you got to do.
All right, what about you, Fabian?
Yeah, bro. Just make it happen. Whatever. Make it happen.
Yeah,
You want to record that song? You want to make that beat?
got to do it.
Bro, I'm telling you what you do, but I'm just telling you make it happen. Make it happen.
What about you, Nuke?
Shit, the same thing. Do what you gotta do until you can do what you can do.
Thanks.
Like,
Okay. What about you, Marcus?
Steal it, even with a budget. Fuck it. Fuck them.
All right, what about you, Brody?
The music sounds no different, stolen or bought. Fuck it.
That's
Do
what I'm
what you
saying.
want. I'm gonna think the same thing. I'm gonna be like, damn, this track hard.
But
I'm
like-
not gonna think, did they pay to make this or they
That's what I'm
steal it?
saying.
He
Like,
buy that reverb. I
You know
can
what I'm
tell.
saying? I
Big
know he
facts.
didn't pay for Pro Tools that month. Like, you know, who
Would you-
cares?
You think Pro Tools would come after a big ass song if it was recorded in an illegal version?
How
It
you gonna
depends.
know?
Yeah, how
No.
would they
Yeah,
How
I
are
was
you
about to
gonna
say.
know?
So if the question is how would they know, then why would you fucking buy it?
The
Steal
only,
that
listen,
shit.
the only way they'd be able to find out is if they made some sort of like
Record
thing.
of it.
No, some sort of thing that like every time you bounce a track, it's got like a little signature.
like a
in it.
thumbprint and the code and everything.
That's,
I could see
that's
that.
easy.
Hey,
That's
Will,
easy.
I was curious that you probably would know this. You ever had any issues with that? Like, as for the quality, has quality ever been worse when you try
Well,
to
like-
pirate something?
Well, I don't pirate. We're gonna get to my opinion. Let's go to SIE first.
I mean, I've never really pirated anything.
Seems like
You
you're
know,
trying to
I-
just make an official statement.
I kind of just, just pay for like the stuff I use, but I understand when people pirate shit, because like you gotta get it, man. If there's no other way, there's no other way.
Thanks.
I am 100% against software piracy. Every single person here wants to make a career off their music and like be known. Your goal when you're getting into music is to like have people pay you for the shit you do. And then like we get mad, sit here, wonder why we don't like have more fans or more this or more that. When like we did dirty the people who like allowed us to get our voice out there in the first place.
Very
Fuck 'em.
noble, Will.
And
That's very noble.
everyone stole FL Studio the first time they got it. We were
Facts.
young.
Big
So I can let that go for everybody. But, yes, is there subscriptions? Is there passes, whatever? Like, these guys work hard to create that shit. Like, these dudes study their whole life. They're probably not even getting paid that much. It's the corporation that's getting a lot of the money. But, like, we need the tools to do this shit anyways. Like, if this software didn't exist, like we wouldn't be doing none of this shit. So, you know, I understand if people don't have the bread and they want to get it how they live it, or Marcus's opinion, but me personally, I'd rather just buy the shit, and if it's ass, like I just won't buy it again. Like I'll do a couple sessions, it's paid for, like, you know, like I don't know.
For sure.
But yeah, some people don't have it like that, I guess. But
them programmers, they be putting in stuff so people can't pirate it that easily.
I mean, that's what their iLocks and stuff are
Yeah.
for. They try.
They
It's just
try.
hard. It's really hard to prevent piracy.
For every programmer
Company's
to
still
build
making a
it,
ton of money though, so
there's someone out there figuring out how to get around it.
Rightfully so, though. Like, is that a bad thing that Avid has a bunch of fucking money and they put out new interfaces all the time?
No.
They
Hell
push the
no.
technology forward. Like, they have all the movies you watch use like Avid software and Logic and these cameras. Like, just the fact like we could buy these microphones and shit for less than what they
they
cost
have to
already.
know at some point though that is available. You know,
Oh, yeah,
they
well-
gotta kind of put it in the budget. Like, hey, certain
Oh,
certain
they
amount
know
of this
people
is
are
gonna
about
get
to
stolen.
steal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, and like part of the problem with piracy is why you think the corporations are so greedy. They're like, well, fuck it. Like, we'll just charge the ones who pay more. Like,
Exactly,
we can't
right.
stop this shit. So then they're going to try to make it harder. They're going to have launchers. They're going to make updates that like retroactively make them worse. You have to pay again. So they can keep changing shit. So the people have to keep adjusting their stolen versions. When if everyone just like paid the $5-10 a month, like, yo, like you pulled through McDonald's this month, you've been to Starbucks this month, you like bought some things this month, like
Yeah, prices
you made a
is up.
$5 parlay this month.
Prices
Like
is up.
we could afford the plugins that we're trying to use to have a career for, you know
For
what I'm
sure,
saying?
but just like make it like, you know, let me pay like $5 and get out
Right.
your hair. You know what I'm saying? Be cool.
They got the $220 a year for the waves, but the waves subscription let me cancel my Antares and my Slate, so those two were $50, so now I'm paying $20, so it's like it's whatever.
You don't use Antares?
Well, I got the perpetual license for the version I like already, so
Type
like
shit, yeah.
I had the subscription so I could use all the different versions, and it was just a waste of money though, like
Right.
because like I just like this. I'm not right now. I'm not recording a lot of people that like sing like very like they're trying to sing. It's mostly like dudes who want the yeet effect or like
That's the best effect right now.
so or like the Travis Scott, like the really, you know, quick auto tune. So like EFX is perfect for that. Now if I was recording like a pop singer, R&B girl who like is a little off pitch, you might want the Pro. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
to fine tune it, or the Melodyne, but a lot of the people I'm working with right now isn't really a lot of that going on. So don't need that in the budget. All right, and then on the engineering music kind of topics, starting with SIE, what's your opinion on AI music? Have you heard any of the songs with Patrick and Squidward, any of the fake Drake songs? Like, what do you think about all this?
I think it's pretty wild that, you know, these things are happening, you know, especially with these artists, you know, that definitely have worked, you know, their ass off and shit for many years. You know, I'm pretty sure an AI song was uploaded to streaming and a dude was making money off of it. You know what I mean? The guy who uploaded it. That's pretty wild. You know
And we
what I
all
mean?
can probably agree that's wrong unless there's an
Oh,
agreement
yeah.
with the artist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah, that's where I
why not
stand.
why not try to sell that song to the artist? You know what I mean? Or something like that. You know, I just think it's pretty wild. Like it's cool that you can do that, but it's just wrong that, you know, someone else is making money off of your voice.
All right, and then we'll go to Brody on it next.
I'm a hater. That shit's ass. Fuck that.
You don't
I'm-
like Hard on My Sleeve?
I mean, it's hard. I can't cop that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't like
that's-
Winter's Cold? Like,
I'm gonna be honest
There's
with you.
some hard ones, man.
There's some good ones, but I like them Patrick and Squidward, them funny shits. Like,
I love
let them
Glorb.
motherfuckers sing whatever they want about the Krusty Krab. That shit's hilarious, but to sit there and try to, like,
Yeah, as
scam
far as
me
a
on,
real
like,
artist.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, those motherfuckers that are paying for leaks and they're, like, getting AI-generated songs. Granted, who the fuck pays for a
That's
leak?
crazy.
they deserve
Yeah.
to get scammed,
Yeah.
low-key.
You
Fucking
should
idiots.
get scammed, but in another
Yeah.
general sense, it's ass that they can, like, someone can just fucking pop that in and be like, yeah, you want this Playboy Cardi leak? It's gas. And then, like, it's a fake ass song, and you're like,
For
fuck.
real.
I spent
wild.
so much money for some Playboy Cardi leak that's not even a real fucking song.
That's what
And it
you
never
get.
drops.
All right, Marcus, what do you think?
So yeah, contrary to everybody's point so far, I think it's cool because a good song is a good song. Still gotta write that bitch.
That's
And
true.
everybody here that
There
writes
is
songs
someone
knows that you gotta
singing
write
it.
that bitch. And
There
don't
is
write
some-
itself. And the main thing though that I will withdraw the line that I agree because that's my whole point is you got to have an agreement with the artist because I think it's going to be huge for artists. I've said this before. Like think about it like a Drake. It'll be less beneficial for smaller artists, more beneficial for bigger artists because their voice alone is what's marketable. You know what I'm saying? Somebody writing a song using, a little artist name versus a big artist name, it's going to have more pull off a big artist name. But the agreements can be made that like when your voice is used, you get part of the cut. You know what I'm saying? So
part.
like think about it like a person like Drake can only write so many songs. Can only be at one place one time. You know what I'm saying? In one studio writing songs once at a time. But if there's 50,000 people using Drake's sampled voice in an AI song and he's getting cuts from 50,000 different songs.
Like
You know
all
what
the
I'm saying?
songs, like for example, sync placement companies will hit up artists like, I need a song that sounds like Travis Scott, like I need like blah blah blah. So
Right.
they're already in agreements with smaller artists to do that shit. Wait till there's just like a Travis Scott plugin from the label
Yeah.
where they can
Fuck.
pay royalties to them for the background musics and shit.
And so, like, if you're a little artist who understands that your voice isn't as marketable as someone that big, then just focus on your songwriting. Like, you could blow yourself up just using somebody whose voice is more marketable than yours. Your songwriting is there. Your voice is never going to be more marketable than, like, a Drake or a Kanye or,
But you
someone of
never
that
know
stature.
until it is.
I mean,
Facts.
and maybe it will be based off of you alone. Maybe using his songs and you writing songs for the people is a helps too. Like it's just another stepping stone. It's just another avenue.
But then where does everybody's art go? You know
We're
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying?
like
Because
Futurama,
That's
like
my
because
point. It
there's already a
devalues
Drake.
the fuck
Yeah.
out of the art.
There's
it's
already
gonna be
a
like
Drake.
Futurama. We're gonna make the same 5 artist songs for the next 20 years.
Have any of you guys
Like-
mixed or mastered one? Do you know how much time and effort it goes into like that? Will can account for it. It's
So
still
like
an art there.
creating an AI
It's not,
so
it's
for-
not like you just put that bitch in and be like, here's words, do it, boom, here's a song. Like it takes just as many hours.
There's someone behind it, of course, but like at the end of the day, if you're doing all that work just to put someone else's voice on it, you know what I mean?
Well, hold on. This is all contingent on the fact that like there's an agreement with the
Yeah.
artist.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
So like we have to take a step beyond
Okay.
what is.
Okay,
Like you have
okay.
to pretend like the artist knows that this is something that's going on out there.
Okay.
All right,
let
what do
me-
you think, Newt?
I kind of agree with part of what you're saying, but I also feel like if we could get 1,000 AI Drake songs that are fire, why the fuck do we need Drake? It devalues the artist. You have no purpose here.
But who are you to say that if the artist is okay with it? Like if
No,
the
that-
artist
that's
is
why
cool
I
with it,
agree
then
with
like why is it? Who are you to be like it devalues it? That man's making more money. You saying he devalues the art? He could be sitting there like I'm caking.
Who's gonna
Overall,
perform
it
the art?
devalues the art.
Yeah.
It's terrible for small artists. For big artists, yeah, because they not shit but a factory anyway. They just trying to push out as much as they can.
But so why wouldn't
But
you
what-
just as a smaller artist use that to put a spotlight on your songwriting? Like you
So
still
you
would
do
do
it
it
to
to
What if
them
I
like-
want to be a songwriter? What if I want to be an artist?
Right.
then
What-
make your music.
But in this era that we're in,
So I'm
there's so many artists. You're killing it. You're
Yeah.
killing them. The smaller artists, like no one cares about the smaller.
Yeah, bro.
artists.
Yeah.
500 Drake songs was out a year, bro.
And they all slap because
Yeah,
they was
bro.
made by AI.
Why
I
the
don't
fuck
need
would
it.
anybody?
It's not made by AI. It's still a real person writing that song.
Okay,
Yeah,
See,
but
like you're
the whole process.
you're devaluing the person that had to make that song. Like somebody still had to sit there and write it, record it.
But why
make
do
the
all that
voice
work?
flip over.
They didn't record it though.
Yeah, they
It's
did.
No,
AI.
they do. It's
They
their
do.
voice.
It's
You
their
have
voice.
to download
It's
a
just
see,
an
like you have to
AI
download an effect
filter
for
to
it.
type.
Yeah.
It's like the auto-tune plugin.
So
Yeah.
someone's still
That's
doing it.
crazier.
You don't think
person's
you don't
voice.
think AI could
AI probably
write
could in
write
the
the
future.
whole song?
Listen,
No,
that's
well,
another point.
I mean,
like
you
you
could
can't
That's a
beat it.
different
GPT.
application.
You could
But if you put it all together-
I'm gonna say the only AI I acknowledge
One at a
is
time.
Allen
One at a
Iverson.
time. One at a time. Hold on.
That's the
So.
only AI I'm fucking with.
One mic.
So for example, yeah, like you could have theoretically start to finish, you could use a chord generator plugin to generate you a melody. You could then go on ChatGPT and be like, write me a song about this in the style of Drake. And then you could rap those lyrics and use a plugin to change your voice to Drake. Like theoretically you could do all that, but
Most
really
people are
what
not doing that.
really what most of these AI songs are is like me and you, Beamer, we're in the studio tonight. We just made a fucking banger. Like it's raw. and then we just like use the plugin, we throw the other voice on it, and then you upload it in like a forum or a Discord. Like that's what people are doing. There's Discords every day with thousands of Drake songs, but none of them really get popular. You might hear them used in a remix on a TikTok and shit, but like still at the end of the day, the most valid shit, it has been the artist. That might change moving forward, but at the end of there is 1,000 new Drake songs this year, but like most people aren't, even like the opinions at this table, it's like, I don't really fuck with it. Like a lot of people off the strength don't even want to listen to an AI track unless someone like forces them to.
It just comes down to a good song is a good song, and it takes someone to make it.
And I think that this is the era where this shit is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's going to be a thing. This is the era where the delivery and the emotion and all of that stuff that actually connects with the consumer matters. Because songwriting really don't even fucking matter right now. Like, I Just Wanna Rock is nominated for Grammy Rap Song of the Year. It's how many lyrics in that song? Don't nobody really give a fuck. It's about the vibe, the cadence. The songwriting doesn't matter 75% of the time.
It's already so devalued where we're at right now. And
we
now
have some comments in the chat from Landfuse saying it's not the same because it's not your voice. It's like catfishing because it's not your voice. Okay. And then we had another chat from Big Trust 34. It says the subscription model is so ass. Facts.
Fuck it.
Got support on that.
And then, all right, and then Fabian, what do you think about AI and music?
Man, bro, I think it's a fun thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the idea of like,
technology.
this will be so hard. Like, let's do a Travis Scott type song. You know what I'm saying? And then you and the homies fuck with it or something cool. But like, I think if that power goes out, you know what I'm saying, to produce that many songs for these artists that everyone love right now, it like the window for anyone to discover anything new is like a new and 100% pure is like slim to none. You know what I'm saying?
All right, what about you, Beamer?
Man, the only AI I acknowledge is Allen Iverson. But no, like we're saying, man, it just feels like we're in such a space right now where the music is already being devalued, like we're talking about. Like, it's hard to find new, pure music, like you're saying, where some, like, and I think a lot of it is just the generation, like the streaming era, it's so accessible. Like, when I was younger, you know, I'm 32, but when I was younger, you had to, you know, save up your little chore money or whatever you had to do, shovel the old lady's driveway, go to the store, buy that CD where that was like the only spot you could get it. You know what I'm saying? And you wore that bitch out because you spent your hard-earned money on it. You listened to every song. You read the CD cover, everything. And it just made you so much more attached to the music and the feeling. And now it's just everything is, I'm you know. And it started with the LimeWire shit, for real, for being honest. You know, and it's rolled
just
into
an
the
MP3
streaming
player
era.
in general.
Any of you guys use Kazaa? Were you all LimeWire boys? You guys ever use FrostWire?
Frostwire was lit.
FrostWire?
Hey,
It was all
Pirate Bay.
LimeWire, though.
Pirate Bay was the number one for a
Pirate
while.
Bay was the
Bay.
shit.
Bear Share was the first one I was
Hey,
hip to.
Bear Share was
Share.
there, yeah.
Ooh.
Bear
Yep.
Share.
Lil Weed TV says Def Catfish, agreeing with Landfuse in the chat.
Just something about the AI just
What up,
feels
Will?
cheap to me. Like,
Facts.
What up?
but,
It's just not there. It's no like passion for the music at that
but
point.
like Nuke
can't
said,
reproduce
if you get that feeling from
Yeah.
it, then I mean, to each his own, I guess.
That's
you know?
something that a computer will never be able to generate.
Facts.
A computer will never, if you punch me in the face right now and I'm screaming and shouting, a fucking computer can't mimic that. They can mimic the tone, they can't
Yeah.
mimic the emotion. That's where the actual artist comes into play, because you can't talk about the human experience. It won't be relatable because it's not something that we could feel. You could talk about it, but it's not gonna stick to people's ribs to me. So people just need to lean more
I would
into
hope
that.
so. You know?
I mean,
Landfuse says thoughts about legal weed in Ohio now. We can talk about that next subject. We'll get off music for a bit, but I'm going to wrap this topic up, and I'll give my opinion. We could talk about it a little bit more, and then we'll wrap it up. So what I think with the AI music is I like it. I definitely see why artists like feel threatened by it, think it'll like devalue their music or whatever. I think it's just a misconception. A lot of people just assume it's like a program that does it all, and it's not like a person really making the song or putting just as much effort in, and sometimes even more, because like they want to write it from that perspective, or they you know, they want to make a video for it and take the extra step with content, and they make the beat for it. So, or they're just fucking around. Like, we make a lot of joke songs. Everyone here has stolen a YouTube beat. Everyone here, like we said, is pirated software. Like, so you know, I think it's just like anything else. It's just a plugin. It's a part of your creative process. Like I see it like this, like there's a way little artists can have a favor in it. Like there's going to be companies like Waves and Slate where they're going to make like a voice generator plugin where they don't want to pay fucking Drake and this person. They could have like Cindy, Alice, Bob, and then use like a slider and you could rap and like slide a voice around so you have a desired voice you want to use. That could be cool. Like there's a lot of artists, like I remember when I first heard Kendrick Lamar, like he was using the pitch up voice. That's not really his voice. And then I heard his real voice and I'm like, it's a different guy. Like, so, you know, people use autotune that can't sing. So I think it's just a tool in the toolbox. But if you're uploading songs like pretending to be somebody to steal from them, you're whack. Like I think that like that if you're doing that, that's corny. You know, you're stealing from people. But if you're just like uploading it for free and you're not profiting, like I don't know, I think it's cool. Like whatever. We all use samples. Like are you clearing every sample you've ever used in a beat? Any song you've ever dropped on Apple Music, you know, so
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll go around one more time. Everyone kind of just say a little closer on that, and then we'll go into the next part. If anyone has anything
it's
to
definitely new, and it's something that, you know, we may have a different opinion on it in a few years. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay, yeah.
So I think we got to find out.
All right, let's dead that. What do you guys think about what do you guys think about legal weed in Ohio? Issue 2 passed. Shout out to everyone in Ohio for getting that shit
Yeah, hell
done.
yeah, my potheads.
Yeah, we got a
up.
sponsorship at the table. What's that, Marcus?
Shout out Headies. Shout out Headies.
Bake
for
Sale
the-
podcast
shout
coming
out
soon.
The Jealousy runs.
Hey,
We're gonna be getting some cultivators. Everybody's gonna start growing weed, so we're gonna start testing
Everybody
people's
should.
weed.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Who got the best?
Yeah, facts. Anyone
got
got
that
opinion
green
on
thumb?
legal weed in Ohio? Anybody?
I'm ready for it.
About
I'm ready
time.
for something.
Yeah, it's about time we
Wait,
got
it
it.
wasn't legal before.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
This
think it's
guy.
overdue.
But yeah, I
See,
think
I
if we can bring the taxes in and actually like do what Michigan does, put the money towards something useful,
Yeah.
it's gonna benefit us in the long run.
And get some people
I
out of
better
jail.
not see a fucking single pothole anywhere in this
That's what I'm
place.
saying.
You're definitely going to.
I know. It's
I think-
not going towards the potholes. I'll
I
tell
think
you that.
Fabian said something important though. Like now that this shit's legal moving forward, there should be an effort made to really look through some of these people in jail and figure out why they were put in jail.
Yes,
And
sir.
if it was for something that's totally normal, you go to the store and get now, like they should be out. And now,
Yeah.
if you did violent crime, you
1000%.
hit someone with a gun, like that's on you. If you were selling a dime bag in 1984 and you had an ounce in your
Free
car.
him.
Get the fuck out of jail, like
Free
that's
him.
bullshit.
If it's
And they should get money.
decriminalized-
They should get a reparation, in my opinion, too, because
Yeah.
that's some bullshit. Everyone in this country smokes weed. Like the politicians smoke weed, do cocaine, like
Let's
all
roll
this
one up for the
bullshit.
boys
You
in
know what I'm
jail.
saying? So that's the next step we need to make with the legal weed. Is
Let's roll it
after we can all buy and shit, definitely get some of these people.
I'm definitely excited to grow some of my own though.
I
That's
think,
the best
I think
thing about this.
I think the legality of it is absolutely amazing. Like the fact that, like you're talking about, Will, if you could get people out of jail, I don't think it should be a crime to smoke weed or have weed or grow weed.
Headies.
But I think the business aspect of it is what a lot of people don't really understand. Like you're talking, I'm excited to grow my own. A lot of people are gonna grow their own.
Yeah.
And people don't know how to fucking grow weed.
It's
they
hard.
don't.
That's a hard ass
So
thing
when,
to do.
when a true genuine smoker, like I want that good, that amazing fucking weed, right? That not a lot of people could get, right?
Takes the first like couple
But
times to get
now,
facts.
like back when it was illegal, or as long as that's what I'm saying, the legality part of it, I don't think it should be illegal. But as far as the business and the marketing and the selling of it, I think it's going to devalue a lot of shit too. I think we're going to have a lot of that quote unquote Walmart weed, you know?
So you're in favor of the black market. You like
I mean,
the variety.
I want the real aficionados to be like still
On point.
running
Yeah.
the game from
Yep.
the top, so to speak,
But
versus
they're not
having
already.
all these corporations that are
Just
going to
buying
be
shit
growing
up
it and
trying
selling
shit
it and
up.
marketing with the huge budgets that them
The
real
small guys
growers
can't
don't
compete.
know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like everything else in the world.
Exactly.
As soon as the door open, everybody run through. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a couple years, but then the cream gonna rise to the top, or
Mm-hmm.
cream of the crop, or
I
whatever.
hope so.
I'm excited to get like a cannabis cup in the city. Honestly, I think Cleveland doing a cannabis cup, that shit would be fun as fuck.
That would be amazing. A lot of blunt smoking. That
That's
bitch.
what I'm saying. I think something like that is definitely long overdue. I think we just need a lot of that shit, but the money gonna come, and the big corporations always gonna play a part. But if you know people, You're gonna be cool. There's gonna be a lot of like small mom and pop type dispensaries doing their own thing.
I hope so.
And
I
like
hope
I
they
said,
don't phase them out. You know what I'm saying?
I hope we model what Michigan does. Because when I lived up there, the community was tight.
Michigan's crazy though.
Yeah.
Bro. They're selling weed for gas for like 75 an ounce.
Yeah.
A lot of money to be made for the small guy.
But there's never. It's gonna be oversaturated. So you gotta obviously weed through like who you like and who you don't like. But that's the game of going out and meeting like, oh, this is my grower. This dude grows this strain, shit like that. So you just gotta get connected, and that's how Michigan was. There was a very niche community of people that cared about the craft, and then you could obviously the people that were in it for the dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They won't last anyway.
Yeah. You know what I'm
They
saying?
won't last.
Well, because we already have a problem now. The weed sucks here anyway. There's
And
only like
the
It's
pricing
terrible.
and model we have is ridiculous. Like, what do they pay? Like, they buy like what a
It's by the-
3.2
no,
or
it's-
Oh,
something.
for medicinal?
it's
Yeah.
by the
It's disgusting.
it's by
Yeah.
the 2.58.
Yeah, like that's
We do only have the 10% tax though. That's low.
Yup,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those
Comparatively,
ones.
so
That's all right. That's all right.
that's not bad. Michigan's what, 16%?
yeah, it's up there.
But you still pay. That's just an excise tax. So you still pay your sales tax. So we are 16%.
Oh, word. Okay.
So it's a 10% excise tax.
But don't they pay that on top of theirs though? That's like the point.
But
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
you have the medical card, you bypass all the taxes because
Yeah.
it's medicine. So
Yeah.
it's a
Right.
give or take. But it's gonna drive
you
up.
gotta re-up on that every year, right? 300
It's
or
like
something?
It's like
300 a year.
200
yeah.
every-
It depends on how they do it here. They might change it. Michigan, I think it was only like $1.20. It was cheap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But like I said, it's always going to be about business, but it's going to drive up tourism. It's going to drive people back here. So,
Kentucky's
Yeah, you
about
can
to
put
be
more. You
in
can put
Cincinnati
more.
getting that shit.
yeah, facts. We're about to make a shit ton of money.
Definitely.
Yeah, from all those other states around us.
You put more.
Oh, all right.
It ain't legal in Pennsylvania, is it?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
So they're going to be
It's-
driving
it's-
over here.
Indiana.
It's
Commonwealth.
decriminalized though.
For Illinois.
We were smoking in downtown Pittsburgh, and a cop told us was like, you can't get in trouble for it, but
Yeah.
like you
That's
don't
the
be out in
biggest
public.
advantage, in my opinion, is the legality, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
Everybody
Facts.
should be able to smoke weed like a cigarette.
It don't have to be sold. You could just get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be
Be a
one of those
normal
things.
human.
Like in a perfect world, a weed dealer would just get like a 10.9. You know, work like 10.90 or whatever it is.
Yeah, 1099. Yeah.
10.99, yeah, that shit, and just put, report your taxes, deduct your shit, like, like I feel like the state could benefit from that because of how many people, if they're gonna start growing, if you're allowed to grow it in your house, like, I feel like the state's trying to play some dumb rule where it's like, do you genuinely think people are gonna like grow 12 plants and just smoke all of it? Like, people are gonna be like, you want to try something? Like, they're gonna start, so like you said, the dudes are gonna cream to the crop even on the low end, and they're gonna be like, all right, well, Cindy over there on the fuck cul-de-sac, that bitch be growing the gas. Like, fuck it, I'm about to grab from her.
Yeah.
And that's gonna happen. So it's like, if you're the state, I'd be like, shit, let it happen. Just
But that
give us a cut.
could hurt the businesses too.
I mean,
If everyone's
It's-
getting it from their
or maybe
you
it
know.
pushes it up because we have a problem here now where the weed isn't good. What we got, Woodward, we got fucking Riviera Creek. What's
We only got like 3 big names.
That's what I'm saying. There's only
and
like
they're
3
not
of
good.
Buckeye.
this
Buckeye,
this
yeah.
person sells to Woodward. So it's like, bro, like to me, it's like you gotta push that. If more small grows are growing better weed, and you as a person are like, I'd rather go grab from him than go to the dispo.
Facts.
Then the cultivators who supply to the dispos should feel that pressure and grow some fire shit.
Yeah.
That should be what pushes them instead of this lackadaisical like, oh, there's only so many licenses we could put out. We're gonna put like $100,000 non-refundable. Like, you gotta do this. It's such a high barrier. Like, all right, cool. You want to play the money game? Like, dudes are gonna grow better weed from at their house. It's just what it's gonna be. If you're gonna make the barrier to be somebody who could put their weed on a shelf so high, we fucking pirate fucking like the audio services. Dudes are gonna do it themselves. Like, it's what it's gonna be, and you dudes are gonna be like, oh, I don't have to pay that dude 10% tax or the 6% tax. I don't have to wait in line. I don't have to leave. Like, he'll bring it to me. Maybe I don't fucking know.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. I wonder how it's gonna affect business. You know,
I mean, business for
down
who?
the road.
You got to
Business
stand
for
on
who?
it, though.
The big corporations that I'm talking about.
Wow.
They're going to buy
Yeah.
people out. They're going to find out who it
Right.
is. They're going to bring you in. You're going to run, they grow.
They gonna buy people out, and it's
If
like
they're smart, they'd subcontract.
And
And
that's
they'd be
what a
like,
lot
look
is.
like, well, kind of like this, like you'll grow your shit, but we're gonna buy a lot of it and push it through us.
The
you
first
know?
couple of years here are going to be wild, wild west. Like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers ain't going to know what to do. You're going to have 30,000 people lined up. Like, I can do this, they can do that, but they going to get weeded out as the years go on because
Pun
it's
intended.
right. You know what I'm saying? It's not as easy as a lot of people like to make it out to be.
Right,
Like, growing
right.
weed is the hardest plant
I
to
grew
grow.
weed
Yeah.
with some gas, and it
Yeah.
ended up not being because it's just I didn't know what the fuck I was
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Dude,
Yeah.
my someone I knew grew some, and it was wet and nasty
Yep.
and fucking.
doing. Yeah, man.
Hey, I got you, Beamer. Look at the monitor.
Hey, my
Hey,
boy.
'Cause I
know it's
lived
not
out there.
Huge, but you know, it's
Hey,
going.
what did I
perfect,
say?
though.
What did I
That's
say?
Hey, you guys got any bets
It's
going on the
first
Cavs
quarter.
right now?
I know.
Nah, man.
Moneyline Mark got the
My-
Kings.
yeah.
You got any calls, Moneyline Mark? What we
We
thinking
called the
this
Kings.
game?
We called the Kings at the beginning of the show.
Shit, I think Fox is playing number 5. Ain't that now?
Oh, damn, you made a smart
I
play
must have had
then.
wrong.
Shit, I was picking him without him. I don't give a fuck.
Is this a in-game tournament or not?
Oh, Jared
No,
Allen
it
back.
doesn't have the special or the special courts.
Y'all fuck with them special courts or y'all hate them?
No.
What's the
I
verdict?
like
they're
them, but they're
they're
kind
I
of.
think
fire.
that I think that some are cool, but like some of the
some of them
colors,
doing
like
too
The,
much.
Yeah.
the Pacers blue one,
oh,
trash.
that shit was
that
ass.
Suns
Much.
one. What was that Pop Tart? Like the blue
Yeah,
Pop Tart.
That was kind of funny.
Like I said, the colors is what. Be
Oh, he
killing
isn't.
Me.
He isn't. De'Aaron Fox isn't.
Oh, you got a nice bet then.
I got bad information, bro.
Blah 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 blah.
We got another comment. Let's see.
If that boy ain't sending TTS,
Olivia Abbey says people kill house plants and think that they can grow weed
Right.
is wild.
hey, facts.
It's a lot harder than you think.
Facts.
Dead ass. The
Facts.
green thumb is not.
One of
a
my
common
best
thing.
friends is he lives in Michigan and runs a grow house, man, and he's got some plants in his crib, and it's not easy.
No, it's hard work.
Word.
The flush is the most important part.
Yep.
It's-
Absolutely.
You're like the last 10%
And the
is
genetics.
90%.
And the
Well,
genetics.
It's all the
yeah.
science.
But no, definitely the flush, though.
Understanding the genetics too, because I've seen people
Right.
like grab seeds. They're like, "Oh, I got this shit from Seed Junkies, bro." Like,
shit
I
don't
got
mean
this-
nothing.
They don't even know what they're growing.
Yeah.
They don't even know what
Big
they're growing. Like,
facts.
they'll if you get.
Cultivation is important.
Well, I've seen things where it's like they've explained it. Like, all right, look, these seeds, the plant, it's gonna grow like this. The pH level it's looking for is this. Like, they'll give you like the whole breakdown, like the fucking blueprint, and people will be like, I don't know what that means. Water.
I'm so excited for like
Like-
the science of it. Like motherfuckers really gonna see like how weed actually is like broken down. I'm so excited for like shit to get tested. That's
Yeah.
when it's really gonna get hectic. Is when they actually start bringing in like facilities to test your weed and be like, you got this percentage, but you have this in it, that in it. So that's when it'll be where like all the good shit comes in. But for until they implement that, motherfuckers are gonna go buck wild on that shit. Just
Absolutely.
yo, this some gas I grew in my basement, but they basement's moldy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
People gonna be sick as hell.
Yeah.
Or just like even like, you know, they smoke out and they don't respect their plants like it's a real living thing.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
And so like my opinion on the legal weed is just like it's gonna be so awesome to be able to just go to the store, no anxiety, you're not doing nothing wrong. Like you weren't doing anything wrong before. It's like archaic that it was the way it was, and
Yeah.
I'm glad
Absolutely.
that it
It's like a
changed.
safety net because you never know what motherfuckers think. You buy some shit from someone off the street. I don't know. Motherfuckers can lace that
That's
shit
a-
any day of the week.
It's a conspiracy. Ain't nobody lacing no fucking
I don't
weed.
think so, but
It's like
I've
a
heard,
rare
I've
thing.
heard stories of people saying it happens.
More so, like what you're saying, it could have been grown in some moldy ass conditions, and
Yeah.
That's
And then you're
that's
fucked
more
up.
bugs in
likely.
it. They didn't know.
Yep.
But that's not laced. That's just like
No, but it's you shouldn't be smoking that shit.
It's
I
just
know
a
that,
trustworthy
yeah.
experience.
That's
like
the-
going
that's
to an
the-
actual shop and seeing the science label of like, okay, I
We
got
all
this,
we all
that.
been to Michigan. We know how nice
It's
it
a-
is to
it's
walk
a-
in there
yeah.
and look
Right.
at that shit.
But it's
But
a honey,
sometimes-
wait.
it's a honeymoon phase. It lasts for the first like three,
Yeah.
6
Not
months.
for people like me though.
You
Maybe
gotta-
people who want the little guy in the black market. I want to walk in that bitch and be like, that one's 100, that one's 50, that one's 20. I know that's ass, and I'm gonna smoke that. I want the dabs today. I want the oil today. I'm buying a new bong too, because all the boys are pulling up, and we're about to watch this fight, and we're about to get lit. Like,
That's-
you know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
That
Like,
man ain't never invited no one here for the fights.
He be smoking, Will be smoking Delta 8.
damn.
He had the D8 wax. He's all.
I
"This
smoked
shit
Delta
fire,
8
bro."
till issue 2 passed. That's for fucking sure.
He got it from the gas station too.
Yeah, we were going there buying the
This man's
K2.
ruthless.
Not a
Yeah.
gas
The
station.
gas, the
a
gas station D8.
Like Gas USA. Y'all
Pun
ever been to
intended.
Gas USA?
That D8 be getting laced. That was really
Yeah,
gets
we got the
laced.
fat in the D8.
D8. Jesus Christ.
All right. On that note, we got SIE's opinion on legal weed real quick, and then we'll ask the next question.
Legal weed, man. About time, man. I've been
Say,
smoking for
About
years.
fucking time.
That motherfucker's
ready.
high over there right
Hey,
now.
Well,
hey,
Mike-
I'm ready to walk into the store, bro. Like, that shit's gonna be raw. Not having to travel nowhere, that's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, the Michigan trip not light.
No.
Michigan
like
trips
it.
are
Especially when
over.
you're stoned as fuck.
That shit takes me
That's
all
dead.
day.
That's a whole day.
For real.
It's crazy that Cali has been legal since '96, bro.
Dude, that's
And we're just catching up now.
Right, but
So we're
shout
from
out to
medicinal?
people. We got that shit passed. Shout out Ohioans. We're in this bitch.
And we're lit.
And,
All
they,
right.
and they stood up for issue 1.
Hey,
which is-
SIE though,
which is
that's
even
Facts.
better.
Yep,
Facts.
yep, let's not overstep that.
Right.
shout out the
Yeah.
women.
There was one before too.
Oh, for real. Because that shit is crazy.
Yeah, you can't, man. Talk about archaic. Jeez, they turning back the clock like 100 years.
All right, so that's actually a great segue into the next thing I wanted to ask. I want to go around and we'll start with Beamer. And the question is, what is a hot take that you have?
Just in general.
Yeah, it could be anything. You could go current events, politics, some random shit like Yu-Gi-Oh, like anything. Just what's a hot take about something you got?
It's that meme
All
where it's
right.
like, what's something that you have a take and it's like all the swords. by you.
Right. I'm gonna go because it's a conspiracy, man, and I have no proof, and I really don't know.
You know
what
what's
to
funny?
believe.
My next question was, what's a conspiracy you think could be real? So
So we're segueing, but no, I think I always talk about with sports, and it's funny we're talking about betting and stuff. Like, is the shit rigged?
Facts.
100%.
You know what I'm
100,
saying? And I always,
100%.
like, my hot take is like, man, I swear to God, I'm watching some of these games, and like I think it's been like this before betting was legal everywhere, but I don't think they're getting like a script or nothing, but I think it's like coming down from the powers that be to like, okay, we got a certain agenda. If you see something happening in this game that's going a certain way, you better make a call to make it go the other way or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like I can't be naive to not think that shit is happening at some point. Like,
Hey, you know Nick Chubb's over on the game that he got hurt. It was at 49.
that's wild.
You want
All
to
right.
talk about crazy?
See, but you could. There's a lot of that type of shit, like the bad beats.
That's like
but,
rigged.
But there's just as many that like the over was 10 and they got blown out by 30 or something. Like it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of examples the other way too. So that's why it's hard for me to be like fully commit to that opinion or that theory. But
I don't
it
know
feels
if
like
all,
something's
listen,
going on.
I don't know if all sports are rigged, but I definitely think UFC is the WWE. They even
Man.
own own
think?
each other. They literally even own each other. The whole
He's
thing is
trying
a
to
is
smoke
a
Wow,
smoke
I
screen.
haven't heard that one, bro.
The whole
Yeah.
thing. They
It's-
own the same company. It's WWE and UFC
They
now.
just
Yeah,
did
they just
that,
merged.
But
Dana White
Dana White
going-
is the genius. Like they've had the thing where they bring up the rest or the fighters. Like they get them scripts. Like the ones that are like the most entertaining are always rising to the top. Like dudes that just because like all these entertaining ass dudes are like fighters. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's dudes out there that are like dull as fuck, dumb as fuck that should be on there, but they're not
Nate
because
Diaz, baby.
there's some element of like that's just my opinion. That's my hot take. That wasn't the one I was gonna make, but
like
all
it.
right,
I like
yeah, I'm gonna move off. Fabian, what's your hot take?
Where the wood at?
Where the wood, where the
I'm
wood,
trying to
where
think
the
of something
wood. At?
crazy.
Let's do Bill sit on it for 10 minutes.
I think blue cheese is terrible.
Blue cheese?
Blue cheese
I'm
is
not even
terrible.
going to argue
Oh,
that.
that's
Boy,
You're
a
right.
ranch fan.
That's
My boy, a
cat.
ranch fan.
A big ranch fan. Ken's preferred.
You really don't like blue
Ken
cheese?
Steakhouse?
Fuck blue cheese.
Ken Steakhouse, you mean?
Ken's Steakhouse,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Buttermilk.
okay then. Okay then.
That Thousand Island?
Buttermilk.
The Thousand Island Ken's?
Oh, any Ken's. Any Ken's
With the
sauce,
corned
yeah,
beef?
right.
True. Man, turn it up.
All right. So you don't like blue cheese?
That's a
We'll
great
go
hot
around
take.
on that. Beamer, do you like blue cheese?
I don't hate it, but I'm definitely ordering celery and ranch.
What are you
way
dipping
before.
in blue cheese that you like it in? Just celery or
I mean,
blue,
celery, yeah. I feel like blue cheese is more of like
Bro, it's blue. It's blue because it's moldy, and you
right.
look at it and
Yeah,
it's
bro.
mold.
Cheese is
All
mold.
cheese is
cheese
mold,
is
though.
mold.
I
And
get
yogurt.
that, but like, how you look at that?
Motherfuckers go to
All right, what
McDonald's.
about you, Nuke? You fucking with the
I
blue
fuck
cheese?
with blue cheese.
What you
I don't
dipping
get it
in there?
every
Some
time.
buffalo?
Wings. I'm a wing head though, so
Only
you
for
gotta
wings.
fuck with blue cheese.
You ever been to Boss Chicken and Beer?
Nah, you been to Scalpers?
Nah.
I heard,
Yeah.
I heard
Scalpers is right
smack.
down the street.
Yeah.
I've had
Landfill
a
says
fire
sometimes
chicken
it feels
sandwich,
like
a
it's
buffalo
rigged.
chicken sandwich with the blue cheese on it. I've had it before and it's fire.
See, the true blue cheese use is for a steak, gentlemen.
Oh no, you
Okay.
wild.
I've
Nah.
never heard that.
What?
Nah,
Blue
listen,
cheese
listen.
and mushrooms.
Black and blue
shit.
steak. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Type
Nah,
shit.
but I don't like mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms.
You don't fuck with mushrooms?
Or a black and blue burger?
Nope.
That just reminded
Oh
me.
yeah,
black
yeah.
and blue
Black
burger.
and blue burger, but I don't like mushrooms.
I don't fuck
It's
with
slimy.
mushrooms either.
Shit tastes weird in my mouth, and it
That's
don't have a
crazy.
taste. It literally is like a slimy, tasteless shit in my mouth.
It's fungus.
Yeah, you talk about mold. You in there
Bro,
fungus.
chill. But it's like, you know, it's good.
It's
though.
different though.
All right,
Yeah,
you
fungus.
like,
It don't
you
look
like
weird.
fungi.
Like,
I
you
like
want
mold.
cook?
Well, Mike.
You get one cook, it could be like a steak one time. You know what I'm saying? The right flavors in it. Bro, mushrooms is good.
All right, well, blue cheese is
Sauteed,
good.
yeah.
All right,
sauteed.
yeah. So
Respect.
Nuke and Marcus are yes on blue cheese. So Nuke, do you
I'm
like
in
to
the
dip
middle.
spicy wings in it, or is it like any wings?
Really
Like
low key any
buffalo?
wings. More so spicy ones, but
And
I
buffaloes.
guess all of them. I don't really fuck with buffalo wings. I think
Really?
they're trash.
What's your
Okay.
favorite
Yeah,
wing
that fuck
flavor?
around be my hot take. Like sweet Asian chili sauce or like a Cajun dry rub.
yeah,
I fuck
something
with
like
that.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Hey,
choice.
hey, dry or wet?
Definitely.
It depends on
It depends.
the day.
Tofu.
Pause.
Pause.
It depends on the day, man.
Hey, the Rick Ross lemon pepper wave was goated.
Yeah, lemon pepper. I'm on the
I'm-
fries though.
Wingstop.
Lemon pepper on the
Dude,
fries.
yeah.
I like
Wingstop
it
is
dry.
garbage,
No,
It
not
is
Wingstop.
garbage.
Wingstop trash. It only looks.
trash.
It's
Thank
only
you.
good
I
on
was
TV.
waiting on. I was waiting on that.
You got to put
It's only
Wingstop
good
in
on
the
TV.
air fryer
It looked
when you
fire
get
on
it.
TV.
You need to put Wingstop in the trash. For real. Wingstop is terrible.
Dude, every Wingstop I've ever
Rosé.
been to, everyone's always rude at Wingstop. Like they're not trying to be there.
Cause I work at Wingstop, I'm hot as fuck. This
I'm
ain't even
hot
like
as
the raw
fuck.
chicken spot.
That shit not good.
Y'all ever heard of Vertigo?
No.
Vertigo. That's a spot by my work, man. It's gas. It's
guys-
not wings though, but it's like chicken sandwiches, and they got the loaded tater tots.
Ooh, you guys, the Boss Chicken and beer. I'm telling you, y'all gotta go. They do it
They do be
different.
hitting.
What is it?
Where's
Bar?
that at?
Boss,
like that's-
there's one
Like
in
BAW?
Boss Chicken and
Oh,
Beers.
Boss. Okay.
BOSS.
Okay.
BOSS. There's one in Seven Hills. There's one in Bay Village, and there's one in Berea. But they do it different. Like they don't give you like you know how most places they put the sauce. They like put the wings in the bowl and they just shake it up.
Yeah.
You know, they don't do that. It's they just give you the sauce on the
get your
side.
sauce.
They don't believe in like sauce in it. Like they're like everybody has their own sauce. Like you know how much they want. So like to just put it in a bowl will just give you their call. So they're like it's your call. But the wings are fire. I'm telling you, these are the best wings you'll ever have in your life.
I
But
gotta try
they
that.
don't give you sauce?
No, they
got
give
no
you sauce. It's just
Okay.
on the side. You gotta dip
Okay,
it in.
type
But
shit.
the
Okay,
regular
okay.
wings with the sauce on the side is like, how you gonna dip a flat in a little thing?
Fat.
Trust me, trust me. They know
You got-
it's a big. It's a big.
It's a big one.
Room,
Okay.
It's room.
All
You gotta
right.
get like the right angle on that shit.
Sometimes you gotta
drumsticks
break
a little
that bitch.
easier, but
Yeah.
the flat though, you'd be
That's
like,
why I'm
You
a
gotta break
drum
that bitch
person. I don't understand the people that only like flats. I like drums.
I like
mostly
drums.
gross.
I feel like
Mostly
drums
gross.
feel more wingy.
Yeah.
Like
But
it-
the drums,
Just winging it.
drums feel more wingy. Like it's like a real wing. Like
the flat
that's like
definitely more tender.
yeah. You ain't never seen nobody in like a movie, like in a cartoon, and it's like a flat. It's
Yeah,
always
no,
like,
yeah, that's a fact.
it was mostly the big ass chicken thing. It wasn't even a wing, bro. A whole ass chicken.
It was the whole fucking leg. They pulled that bitch out.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Oh shit. All right, so then Nuke, what's your hot take?
Shit, other than buffalo wings, what was the golden age of hip hop? What years?
Whew,
90s.
It was like 90s, right?
Yeah.
That shit was
definitely
trash.
not now.
That shit was trash.
90s
90s
trash.
rap is trash.
Yes, that shit was trash. No, not 90s. Like everything before 93, trash.
Oh, you're talking about
Trash.
like the niggas in the
Trash.
hall just shooting the
Everything, low key, everything before NWA, with the exception of like a couple people I'm not gonna name. All that shit was trash.
So you not with like the boom
feel
bap
it.
shit?
I mean, it wasn't like hip hop, and it's like
Nah, that shit just wasn't
Saying
that
form,
right. I
yeah.
think it was like, oh, this is new, this is cool as fuck, but
Yeah.
we progressed
what
way.
was the golden
Yeah.
age in your opinion?
I'm saying blog era. I've been like on this. I think the blog era is when we was like, oh, everything cultivated into one melting pot, and it was like, oh, this shit is fire.
Yeah.
Then we got all the different trends. That shit just sparked a lot of different shit.
Hey,
Peter,
can you scoot back a little bit?
Me?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So how old are you, Nuke?
28.
28. Okay, so we're blog babies, bro.
Yeah, that was.
You think that has anything to do with it? Like kind of the era that you
I'm
came
biased
up in?
for sure, 100%.
As long as you
that shit's
acknowledge
still
it.
trash.
No, I agree
Kinda.
with you though. I agree with you.
I have to ask you. I saw you tweet today. Is it DMX?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I was
Yes.
gonna say.
oh, fact.
but I'm not talking. I can't talk about that.
one.
Why?
Public. Huh?
Why not?
Cause it's like the fucking Mount Rushmore shit. It's just like, you know,
Nah,
if you
stand on business.
Stand on business.
Let me
Stand on
pop
business.
first.
Huh?
Like I'm trying to. Certain people you gotta handle gently, but I definitely think DMX was better than Tupac. Definitely,
I agree.
1,000%.
I agree. I think off the strength of the Woodstock video that he got.
Not even that. If you just watch any of his performances, like I
That
go
was
back
him
and watch
every
a lot of
time.
interviews,
Yes.
old show performances, and all of that, like tour, blog. They didn't call them blogs back then, but
Write-ups
like,
and shit.
yeah, like just all of that shit. If you like study him, that motherfucker was raw. Energy, the crowd went crazy. His freestyles, he would battle everybody. Like
Even the shit
was
when
raw.
he did acapella, where he was like more so. It was I don't know if it was like a church or something, but he was literally just like saying a poem, no beat, no
The
nothing.
prayer?
It might have been something like, but like just that is moving. You know
Pure
what I'm
emotion,
saying?
bro.
Yeah.
Like going back, not
Back to
to
what you
take
were
it
saying,
full circle. The AI shit, you can never duplicate that. It's no way. It's impossible. That's the type of shit that's gonna last forever, no matter what AI transformer shit come
I
around.
hope so, bro.
Artists like that, it's one of a
Hope
kind.
so.
All right,
Hey,
I'm gonna play this clip that we're talking about right now for context.
X was on shit. DMX, rest in peace to him. Oh yeah, I asked him a question too. Who was better, DMX or Tupac?
Who's that? Cam and Mace?
I ain't got time for that shit, man.
see, it's the same. You gotta watch your words.
Because Cam about to say what you about to say.
Me personally, I seen DMX. I didn't really get to see tour. I'm talking about on tour with DMX. I'm in the studio with DMX.
Right.
See, I actually got to see go lose their mind about DMX. I know love Tupac, but I didn't get to see him on tour and do anything else. So for me, it's gonna be DMX because I actually got to be a part of or see from when he was just in the tenement rapping to selling 10, 20, however many millions of records he sold. I seen the whole process.
What about you, Mace?
Oh man, that to me, I would definitely have to say DMX because, and not just East West. Like when you saw the energy pause that this DMX gave, it's like just you could just stop one lyric that he would be saying in the whole concert, and the whole arena would say it. Like I think a lot of times because you learn the flaws of you forget how great really were. Like DMX was one of those like special talents.
Yes, he was.
And when I first heard DMX in the studio, I was just like, yo, this is just different. Like we was in the studio, that's how he ended up on my album on like 2 records. And then from there he went and did his deal and all of that stuff. But I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Did you see where Swiss
And
Beats was
Pac
talking about Party
Pac was
Up?
phenomenal too. I
He said he was like DMX was pissed he had to record that shit. And you could tell in the verse.
Hey, based off what that dude just said there, just curious, all of us have been like around people that do music in Cleveland. Is there anybody you've ever like been in a room with, or you've just listened to their music and you're just like a fan of, and like you feel that way about them, like whether they're famous or not? Like
100%.
You guys want to share?
Curly Chuck and Banky.
Okay.
Straight up.
What about you, Fabian?
Shit. My nigga Low, West Side.
All right, what about you, Nuke?
Definitely, I will put Kip and Will C for sure.
Yo.
What about you, Marcus?
Tay Miles. Absolute best creative mind ever stepped foot on this.
And Scuff
land
Mixon,
around
I will
here.
say. Scuff Mixon, I know.
Scuff is called.
Yeah, Scuff is a great artist.
I like Will grew up with us.
Yeah,
Oh,
Will's
Will
nice.
fire.
I love
Yeah.
Will.
I think Will is a genius.
Facts.
Like,
Yo, yeah.
Will is raw.
Yes.
Dude, I always got it ready to go. Every time. What about you, SIE?
As far as me
Or wait, I skipped Brody, my bad. What about you, Brody?
Honestly, my guy Fabian right here, every time I see him, I love that shit he's got going on. Our boy Authentic Sav, I love Sav. I think one of the greatest minds in the area. I love everything he does, puts together. When he showed me that shit the first time I met him at like Kent, I was blown away. I was like, yeah, this shit's nice. I've been a fan ever since, before he even did music with like the homies and shit.
Yeah, facts.
Who was that, Will? Was that Tay?
That's Crown Me, bro. Dude, that's Crown
tight.
Me.
Was that off?
It's like one of the most legendary songs that's ever come out of Cleveland. Like,
Was that Throaty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have the whole thing always ready to go. I just like be playing games and have it going. Like,
I really got hip to Tay with the Wahoo Village Warrior.
yeah, so this was his shit right
that was
before
after,
that.
right.
Yeah,
That was my favorite one from him.
With
Bro,
some-
he
Me too.
played that shit for
was
me
amazing,
early
too.
outside of we was in Coventry. What's that place that you were performing in Coventry?
Grog
The grog
shop.
shop?
The grog, yeah, we was
Yeah.
parked outside the grog shop, like in front of those duplexes on the side, and we was just smoking, and he was just like, "You want to hear this shit?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to hear that shit."
That's one artist I wish would have kept going and gotten
Oh
to
my
where he
God.
deserves to be, man.
I mean,
feel
shit,
like-
that can
His shit
happen, bro. Y'all
timeless.
just seen Jelly Roll, man. Tay's Day
Shout
could
out
come.
Jelly Roll.
Hey, Tay did some clothing shit too. Shout out, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Marcus
Fire.
always rocks that.
I love his. I'm surprised I don't have the hat on right now. I usually wear it.
Yeah, he does have that on, like,
But
valid.
no, dude, fucking Tay's time. His music's timeless. Like he could redrop
Absolutely.
that shit right now and start doing TikToks and shit with it. And
It
it'd
would
blow
blow,
right back,
yeah.
right back up.
Yeah, facts.
He could use that, generate income, push the whole new wave going off the ads and TikTok reviews and shit. It'd be lit.
All right, what about you, SIE?
As far as people that I've been in the studio with, that I've witnessed, of course, Fabian. You feel me? Because this dude, first beat I ever sent him that we ever did in the studio, first beat, he hopped on, he just went crazy on it. You know what I mean? And like,
My boy,
me witnessing
I
that
gotta get
shit.
hip.
Ah, that was cool.
Hey, me witnessing that shit is like, whoa, like this, like it's something crazy. You know what I mean? Like not too many people can do that. And I would say another person is my brother JC. He hasn't really dropped no music, but he has done some crazy, deep freestyles in my basement with me making beats and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's something crazy that I hope, you know, to release out to the world someday.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
I just want to say 37-28 Kings.
He always bets against the
top of the
home
second.
team. It should be pissing me off, low key.
I respect
He
it,
just
though.
mad that I'm right.
I don't
on pace to
respect
hit
it
that
at
over.
all. I have zero respect for
we, have
it.
we have no bias
Honestly-
in this betting shit.
Honestly, and if you want my hot take, I think this gambling shit is terrible. Like, the
Terrible.
only thing you need to do is withdraw your money and close your account. Unless you're money line Mark and you can hit 9 out of 13 huge bets and go fucking hard, you shouldn't be doing this shit.
Hey, I'm
Them
13
$10 parlays, those $5 parlays, those 10s, it all adds up.
I'm
You spend
13-4.
$200, then you win 300. You do another 200, you win 200. Like, just close
You
your
sound like
account.
you like
This dude
bored
will.
for a
He a
second.
This
hater.
dude will go on a spiel like this and then pop in the Discord randomly like, career's back on the line. Here's
Dude,
this
because they give you
$1.25
$5
bet.
sometimes. I'm taking the free money every time, and then we trying to snowball with the free money, like, you know.
It never works, though.
He on some
It
do as
never
I say,
works.
don't do as I do shit.
No, like, look at this shit. All right, so we got this going on. This is some bullshit, guys. Check this out. I'm gonna play this clip for you.
Oh, shout out Stream East, though.
This is for this is during a game. All right, listen to these commentators because they got bets on. Like, what is this? What's going on here?
To go in. I can't have buckets not go in right now. A little press. That's okay. Speed him up. Shoot it.
This,
Like,
this-
come on!
No, this
Shoot
makes
it!
this makes commentary way better.
Dude, it's like a 30-point game. Like, he needs like one guy on the other team to shoot. They start yelling at the players.
He said foul, foul.
This is how you get people into sports,
dead
though.
ass. This
Like-
is what it's about.
Dude, that's fucked up. That's like a
I
guy doing
don't think
heroin,
that-
like sitting
I
on the
was-
street.
That's
like,
crazy.
I do
yeah.
not think this is how you get people into sports. I think that people are just watching to see if they fucking parlays hit. They don't care about the sport no more. It's just like, hey, hit 5 threes, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
Right, and then
But
fuck
at the-
you if you
care.
don't.
It's
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
about
like-
the viewership at the end of the day. They know it's good for the business on the end. Like, if they
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
want shit sports betting on them, they wouldn't do it. They would drop it. But it's so much money and so much content. they're
Right,
like,
because
fuck
people
it.
are addicted. Most people need to take their account and close it and just cash out. Literally, there's way better, worse things you can spend your money on. Like, you know,
They need to drop
buying
the
some
1-800
plugins.
number.
You could buy some plugins with the parlay money. You could buy your buddies, like if he's got a subscription, like if your buddy's got like a locals or a Patreon, like give your buddy the $10 a month. Like,
You could
fuck
bet
the
that
parlay.
$10, turn it to 50, and support 5 of your buddies.
Only, but you're the only one.
Invest in
What a
them.
gambling take that was.
He has a track record, so he's allowed to stand on business. But like most people, like if they truly look into this shit and they go dollar for dollar, you're either like close to even or down. Like that's just most people.
Yeah.
That's why the house wins every time, and they take advantage of suckers and dudes that get the rush out of like, ooh, if this 10 cents turns to 35K tonight, we're gonna make it.
That's
like
why I don't bet, my
they
boy.
place
They can't
$10
take
of
the
those
sucker
every
out of
night.
you.
Can't take that out of me. I ain't doing no 10-cent bet.
Marcus ain't going.
I'm
Alright.
simple. So I'm the boring bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Money
the
line.
UFC
Yeah,
bets.
it's only
I
for
fuck with
20
UFC.
grand.
Well, you say that in the sense of like, oh, that's a lot of money, but like I've gotten to a point where that's not. So it's like it's just the unit, and I'm not trying to talk down on anybody's unit size, but it's not boring in the sense of like, oh, it's 20,000. It's boring in the sense of like the legs that I'm picking are not supposed to be sweating. Like you're not supposed to be sweating this shit. It should be pretty dry and cut. Like, but the normal person, like you're saying, would see, oh, I throw 100 on this and I only make fucking $40. I only make 50. That's kind of gay. I don't want to do that. I'm going to go throw that 10-cent fucking one to make 1,000 or something. But like with 20,000, you're making 10 or
Exactly.
15,000.
Right.
So
No,
it's
it
like,
is, yeah.
it's boring in a sense if you weren't going to throw a lot of money on it. Because it's not supposed to be a sweat bet. You're not supposed to have, like, do they lose? Yeah, I'm 13-4. But they win a lot more than they lose. And I'm cool with that because the process and like
And
how
the
I'm
net,
doing it,
right.
like the strategy that I go with is boring. It's boring.
Yeah, at least there's like a method versus like,
Sure.
Yeah, you just going in random.
this guy's getting 5 touchdowns tonight.
No,
Gonna
right.
get dinner, steak
Like
dinner.
those are lottery picks to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could pick a number and it could like you're picking a random number out of thin air and putting it on a random person
That's
on
how
the top.
I feel like most bets are.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like with the way I do
You've
my
been
fights,
studying
it's like
the game, though. So.
Right.
Marcus
do
does
his
watch
math.
film. It's valid. I can back that.
I spend 10 to 12 hours a day on a bet week watching fight films, analyst takes, like watching their day-to-day life. UFC does embedded, so like it's like a day-to-day while they're following the fighters around. Like, I'm watching shit like that. Like, you're watching dudes seeing how they're talking, what they're eating. Like for the John Jones fight, like this dude John Jones is eating a steak dinner. He's like, my opponent is playing video games. He's like, you should be worried about much worse. This dude Cyril Gane's over here. He's like, yeah, I got like the 3rd ranked fucking soccer FIFA team in the world. I'm like, this dude's getting fucking smoked, dude. Like, he's playing video games during fight camp.
Got a puncher's chance, though.
I mean, everyone does.
Yeah.
I've only lost 1 by knockout. All of them, all the other 3
So
were
you
by
say
decision.
13-4, though. Like, you're not...
13 wins, 4 losses
You
on
don't-
$20,000 bets.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So
That's
on a
amazing.
20K
flex.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one technically in there, but it wasn't 20K. It was an 8K bet.
And that was the second one.
But
Do
we
you,
don't-
do you bet little amounts on regular sports? NBA
Yeah, I'll dick
and-
around. Like I threw like so I won $50,258 this last weekend. So I threw the 258 on the Browns because they were like plus 2 something, 200 something. And like, hey, they came through. Shout the Browns. Shout David.
I thought we were a
crazy.
6.5 point underdog. Wasn't that?
I didn't do the spread.
Money line.
A money
I'm
line
money line
only.
only. I only do money
so what
lines.
exactly is that then?
Money line is just who's gonna win.
Oh, okay. All right.
So like for a fight, who's gonna win? Game, who's gonna win?
So how were those odds plus 200 though?
The Browns, I got them at. Actually, I got a picture. The Browns, I got them at.
So the
Straight
6.5
money.
doesn't matter.
No, he just bets on who's gonna win the outcome.
I got them
the
at
odds are
plus
different.
That's, that's a
205.
different set of odds.
Yep, it's
Browns.
all different.
Browns were plus 205.
It all depends on how you make the bet and what you bet on. But if you just
So
go
that means if you bet $1 and they win, you get $205.
No. So
No.
it's per 100. So plus 205 means for every $100 you spend, you'll make $205. Now, if it was like minus 185, you have to spend $185 to make $100.
Gotcha.
So the minus is to make, the plus is.
Like
the
I said,
more.
I never placed a bet in my entire life, so I don't.
Shout out
It-
to you,
Yeah,
Beamer.
bro.
It's
Smart
basically
man.
a multiplier. Like you could go over 2 decimals of the number and multiply by that. So if
Gotcha.
it's like plus 236, it's your whatever your bet times 2.36.
That's crazy. I
It's
should
a
stop
math.
doing that.
Beamer, don't even listen, Beamer.
I'm sitting
Don't
here
even get
listening
sucked
like, bro,
in.
what?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Trust
don't-
me, I'm not.
he just
I
did-
don't
I've
even
been
make
to
it
Vegas,
too.
too.
I'm-
Don't
I
even
feel
make an
it.
account.
I feel it, but I feel like it's a lot of people that gambling a real problem for some people. You
Oh,
know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure.
Drop the
That's
number
a
in
crazy.
the
That's
chat.
a crazy thing. to just
1-800
throw in a-
gambler.
Facts. 1-800-GAMBLER for anyone who needs it.
There we go.
Oh
There
yeah,
we
no,
go.
there's definitely plenty of people that are like responsible with it, and like at the same time, like if that's your thing, spending $10 on that instead of $10 on that,
Weed or
and it's
whatever.
not
For sure.
fucking shit
For
up,
sure.
like
Just
yeah,
another vice. For
yeah,
sure.
that's
Right.
that's
Absolutely.
definitely cool. But you know, some people really need to hear that they need to delete the app and like go do something else, because for some people that shit is like just as bad as when people do drugs and
Yeah.
shit. They get in threatening situations, they steal, like
Absolutely.
you know. So
I had a buddy go down like tens of thousands of dollars and was like, you know, asking people for the float. You know, it's just like it's sad to see him go out like that.
My uncle did the same shit, man. It's down bad one time.
I mean,
yeah.
it's a like anything else. It's kill or be killed. You know what I'm saying? Like the book's either gonna take you up or you're gonna take the book up. Like
I
everybody
like to
has
be
their
alive.
day.
That's why somebody is going to take this shit too far. Like how the game is on, and it's going to be somebody that's
Right,
going
like
to
in
buy
the-
a ticket. And bitch, you missed all 4 threes I needed you to hit, and I can't pay my rent, and we just got evicted.
problem, right?
I'm about to keep like. It's
No,
gonna be
we've talked
crazy.
about that before. Like them, because like them dudes on Twitter are saying they're like, yeah, bro, fuck your parlay. Like, was it Malik Monk or whatever?
Yeah, all right.
Dudes
Yeah,
was
fuck
like-
my parlay. Okay.
Yeah, no, literally, dudes started dogging him. They're like, ain't nobody betting you in a parlay. Like, dude's on the bench. Like,
You see the dude harassing Jimmy Butler on the court. He's like, "Shit, I pay for my house cash.
Facts.
Sounds like a you
Yeah.
problem."
yeah.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't wrapped too tight, man. You gotta be careful.
Right. They're gonna have to start putting a fence around the NBA games.
Hey,
That's
do you-
so crazy.
do you
Going back
think-
to the bubble.
Do you think? Do you think players look at their props for the day and decide if they're
Yes.
gonna do it or don't
Yes.
do it?
Definitely.
Yes, and players got their family. When? Oh, I forgot he was on here.
So sports is scripted.
Yeah, we got Tristan Thompson now.
Like, what year is it?
The sports is scripted off the bets. That's what it is.
Dude, you know they wake up and they look at DraftKings. It's like, oh, it says I'm gonna get
Yes.
2 touchdowns tonight. Now we just gonna
Fuck
get
that.
the one like.
And they got their family members placing the votes, placing the bets because they can't bet. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
and drop 12.
Hey,
Don't worry about it.
free that boy. I know he's free, but it should have always been free that boy Calvin Ridley. I'd be
Facts.
bet because he wasn't betting on his team. I have a thing. I think players should be able to bet, but they can only bet overs. They can only bet like that they exceed their expectations, never underseed.
Yeah,
So,
because
like-
you
There's
can
no
like
way to
rig
gauge that,
under.
though.
No. See, but then it's like a risk all the same, like us. You
Yeah,
know what
because
I'm
you
saying?
can only rig under. You can't rig
Yeah.
over. Like you
like,
gotta actually
like
try.
if you're
to
like like say like Donovan Mitchell's is like over 26 points. Like he can only bet that he gets more than 26. He can't be like, oh, I bet you I get under, and then goes out and just shits the bed.
Yeah.
But like if you're gonna
Okay.
bet if you're gonna bet on yourself, it should be no different than us. We are all taking a risk. Like if I want to bet you're under, that's one thing. But if you're gonna partake, you can only partake by saying you're gonna exceed the expectations of the books.
That's a gray area, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, how would that fuck anything? Like I would understand if they
'Cause
could
isn't
bet
it-
both
I mean,
If I'm the
sides.
shooting guard and this dude's trying to get 30 so he hits his bat, I'm gonna be pissed. Like,
And,
Okay,
I'm
but
like,
that-
Donovan, pass me the fucking ball. I'm trying to shoot.
Well, that
I
comes
gotta
down.
parlay in.
That comes down to team dynamic. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I
there's
have
more
plus
to it.
15. Let me get my 15 first.
I see what you're saying.
Too many locker room fights.
Yo,
Facts.
Dude's like, bro, I had my fucking over, bro.
They
Fuck
can only
your
bet
over.
the overs on other players and not in the games they're in. How about that?
I don't see
That's-
why they
that's
can't
fair.
bet
That's fair.
against like you were saying,
Themselves?
like against not against
best for
but
themselves.
for other teams.
I mean, they
don't
can't bet
understand.
on anything. Like, so it's
I think
crazy.
they
Like,
should bet
Even
other
like
sports.
UFC?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
you should be able to bet other sports. Like, if football season's done, and I want to bet on the NBA. Fuck it.
Like, what does
Yeah.
Donovan
What-
Mitchell have
yeah.
to do with the Browns?
I don't play that shit. If I want to bet on baseball, fuck it. I don't play
You
baseball.
can't bet on anything?
anything. They're
Yeah,
not
no
allowed to
betting.
touch any of that.
No gambling.
And you can't even bet on the UFC either, which is a completely different like avenue
You
of
know,
sport.
there's athletes that are doing that shit.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you
Right.
pay your cousin, your brother.
You
You
get
know,
your family to do it.
yeah,
right.
they're not gonna catch you on that, but legally you're not allowed to do it on anything,
Unless
which
there's
is
some
whack.
text messages, bro. Again, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a hot take? Did we ask for your hot take? I forget.
No.
What's your hot take?
Yeah, what's your hot take, SI?
It's gonna be spicy.
I was gonna say they skipped me too.
Oh, fine. Well, we'll do SIE, then we'll do you,
That's-
Oh,
Brody.
and me.
No,
Oh,
I thought you gave yours.
No, I
was-
didn't give one.
No.
That's crazy.
No, I
Oh
ain't
man,
get
that
one.
shit too strong. Shout out Ohio. All right, well then we'll go
Shout out
back.
our
We'll go
sponsor.
back. Let's go ahead,
Shit, my
Shaid.
hot take, man, dude. Got me at you got me at a good time.
Or a bad time.
Shit, man. I don't know, man. Can't think of something.
I got another one, man. Like we were talking about earlier, there's too many damn artists out here.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oversaturation.
Fuck. What is the game coming to, man?
People need to go to the behind the scenes of making music. Everybody don't need to be an artist. People need tour managers, assistants,
Right.
like different shit like that. I think if more people did that,
Work
like,
as a unit.
yeah, if it's a
Yeah.
group of fucking 10 people, and why is it 10 rappers? Why not just pick, hey, who unanimously is the fucking best? Let's get behind him, form a team, I DJ, I pick up a camera. Why not do that?
Too subjective, man.
Yep.
That shit is stupid.
No one wants to say somebody sucks though.
Yeah, nobody
No,
wants to
but,
be
like,
behind the
people
other.
suck.
And no one
People
wants to
suck.
sacrifice.
Yeah, people suck.
And
People
like
are
no
bad.
one's getting paid for real, so dudes want to be the celebrity part at
Facts.
least if they're not getting paid.
Fuck
Like,
that. You're not gonna be a celebrity and you're gonna be broke for the rest of
Yeah,
your life.
facts.
Team up and like figure this out and get the fuck out the hood. That shit is stupid.
Yeah, write you a little AI song. No, I'm just playing.
right? Drop some shit on the tube. All right, Brody, what's your hot take?
Diving into like too many artists, I was gonna say that like
No.
What?
No.
What?
No, don't segue off him. What's your hot take?
my hot take is like I think the rap only events that we see in our market kill what music is. I think when we look at like Rolling Louds and like shit like that, I think these all rap derived like festivals and shit kill music. Cause I like back in the day we used to go,
Warped Tour, baby.
yeah, like back in the day, shit like that kind of kills like music as a whole because we don't have anybody that's going to replace like a Drake, a Kendrick, or a J. Cole. So when you don't hit your outside
blog era.
market, you don't get to drive up your business as an artist. So I think a lot of like these rap only festivals kill the way to move into other markets to drive yourself up as an artist. Because look at like, you know, Kendrick can get booked anywhere. People are going to show out for Kendrick. But a lot of these other artists aren't going to get booked for like these Bonnaroos, Electric Forest, shit like that, because they have their own rap festivals that their fans are going to come to. But then you're only catering to your fans. So like Travis Scott, shit like that, they cater to a certain demographic or a certain cult fan base. You know, I can look at anybody and be like, you heard a Drake song? And they're like, yeah, I know who Drake is. I can look at anybody and be like, you've heard that J. Cole song? And they're going to be like, yeah. I can't look at someone and be like, you heard that Ken Carson song or that Playboi Carti song. They're going to be like, who the hell are you talking about?
Blog era.
Yeah, and blog era, yeah.
Stands the
like,
test of time, bro.
Yeah, it's shit like that where like a lot of the music now is just so cut and dry into one area. I feel like back in the day, like 2014, I went to Electric Forest, all EDM music, it's straight DJs and shit. I saw Schoolboy Q immediately after he had dropped Oxymoron in that environment. And it changed my viewpoint of him as an artist because I'm seeing him outside of his element. Yeah. And you're seeing a whole demographic of people who probably don't know who he is or not really familiar. And now they're going to see that guy and they're going to be like, dude, that's fucking sick. He came to this.
Yeah, that's huge.
But now, like, if I want to go see a rapper, I just go to Rolling Loud because it's oversaturated there. And they do it in, 4 or 5 different cities at this point. Mm-hmm. So I think shit like that kind of kills, like, where music is at in terms of driving up and building an artist to a high level. Because who do you think right now in this market is going to replace a Drake, a J. Cole, or a Kendrick for the new era?
We a long
Jumping off of that, like what you're talking about, I think when we talk about the blog era, I think that was the last real era where, even though it's the blog era and it's on the internet, but I think that was the last real era where people were still selling units, physical units.
Yep.
Several it.
And I think now, you know what I'm saying? Now the label, I think that's why these artists are so big because, and that's why like Michael Jackson, like all those bands from the 70s and 80s are still getting played on the radio stations now because the label has to make that revenue on that. They have to continue to spin that wheel. And nowadays, the artists, you know what I'm saying? The labels aren't getting behind the artists like that.
No. Well, Atlanta came out and, like, they said, like, they're having a hard time and they're worried because there's no artist that they look at that they can build to a high level because there's so much constant oversaturation with music. Like, one song can be hot on TikTok and that's what everybody listens to. And then the next week, it's a whole different
And
song.
they're only listening to the hook.
Yeah, you're only listening to a 30-second snippet, but
And
it's
that
still
song's
driving
only
up
known
plays.
on TikTok.
Correct.
Like,
so like
that Doja Cat song that you said was going on, like I was talking shit about it, like, oh, she fell off. You're like, she got the hottest song on TikTok right now.
Yeah, she performed that shit all like fucking award shows and
Right,
everything
yeah.
too. Made hella bread off that shit. Had Taylor Swift dancing to it. Like, who cares? Like, I think that shit's fire. Like, a lot of these artists you never even heard of. Like, yeah, their hook goes viral, and then you see videos of them performing, and they have big audiences.
But-
like,
I hope so.
people you would
yeah.
have never even heard of.
But
Or-
we
How
need-
long has Doja Cat been around?
She been around for a minute.
For a while.
Since
Right.
like at
Like
least like
Tumblr.
That's what I'm saying.
2016,
Like, who's like a new artist within the last 2 or 3 years that's gotten big, like to that level?
no one.
To that level.
Lil
No.
Baby.
I was gonna say Lil Baby, but
Baby been around
his
since
first song was
2016.
a Drake song. Am I not? Am I
No, it's
mistaken?
freestyle.
That was his first big song.
That was a big one.
I was
But he
listening-
started freestyle.
How long was he around before that though?
So I started listening to Baby probably off Spinnerella probably like 2016 because he was
Okay,
around.
so it's been a little
yeah,
while. Okay.
He been out like Gunna been the same way. You can
Thug.
go back and they had a mixtape style era. When,
I'm a stoner. That was like 12 years
2014.
ago.
Yeah, that was-
2014,
that was a
yeah.
while ago.
Like so, Thug was on the fallout of that blog era. I would essentially say
Mm-hmm.
that 2015 to 2018 is such a great area of music because that's the SoundCloud era.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get a ton of SoundCloud. I mean, 2016 I graduated. We was still pulling shit off Spinnerella. I was still waiting for Chief Keef mixtapes to drop like when I was in like a sophomore. So that's like 2015, 2016. So
I think like some of these artists that are coming up on these newer platforms, like with the Reels and TikTok and like these lesser known things, we'll see like the fruits of that in like 2 to 3 years, you know, as they mature into their careers a little bit more. You know, it's like more low key. It's like we were at a certain point of our life when we were going through the SoundCloud, and there was a point in time where people didn't put any of those artists on any type of anything either. You
Right.
know, it took a while for that cookie to bake, you know, because people would be like, oh no, I like this artist and that shit's all whack, and then oh now everyone likes like Lil Uzi Vert, like, you know, like that shit's fire now. The cloud rap shit, like, you know, the trap grungy shit that all like blew up on those smaller platforms. It took a while to be mainstream,
Right.
you know.
I mean, you look at the 2016 XXL, that was like prime time, like SoundCloud era rappers that hit that pinnacle. And that was kind of like one of the last years that the blog era kind of took off because XXL put those guys on a pedestal in that case. And then you look at the later years, XXL wasn't really
Yeah.
that prominent in what they did with the freshman freestyle. So I always like to think like the blog
Plus,
era.
some shit sucked.
Yeah,
You
I
said
mean,
the blog era ended in 2016?
I would say the fallout of blog era, and it wasn't at its pinnacle, but its fallout probably started climbing down 2016.
So SoundCloud is like a section of the blog era too.
I disagree.
I would say
the next
I would say
era,
it
wasn't
was
it?
the
that's
next
the next
era.
era.
Yeah.
On a
So-
couple of the shows that we did, like about 3 or 4 ago, both shows, everyone there thought that blogs are still fire, and they showed me some stuff, and it's not like quite the same as how we used to do, where dudes would get like an article in their song. Well, a lot of what people are considering like blogs now, I
Instagram.
guess, is like
Lyrical
Instagram.
Lyrical
Yeah.
Lemonade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still follow a ton of
So-
like low key blogs.
Facts.
And
So
it's
they were
still
telling me
there.
the blog era never ended. It's just on a different platform.
Had
And
to
after I saw
upgrade.
the pages, I kind of agreed with them
Okay.
to an extent.
I look at like our big three back in the day were probably what XXL, Pigeons and Planes, and like there was probably another third big.
DJ
Shit, I
Booth.
used to be on
Yeah, like the, you know what I'm saying,
like
like
hot new hip hop.
hot new,
Yeah.
hot new hip hop,
Two
and
dope
now
boys.
we have
Yeah.
like divulged into like so many subsidiaries
World
of like
Star, too,
smaller.
for real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
World
yeah,
Star.
World Star,
World
World
Star.
Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Daily
Yeah.
Steefers is still around, and they've been around for like a long ass time, and they still post new music and shit like that.
Daily Loud.
Dirty,
like-
dirty glove bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Daily
saying? There's a
Loud,
ton
follow,
out
no
there.
follow.
It's just you
When-
have to be in that niche of like
I've-
that market
alright,
to
so
know
I feel
about
you
it.
will. It's a
Yeah.
different platform. They just
When you guys are looking for new music, like how do you seek it out? Because honestly, a lot of the new stuff I find or I get hip to is usually through like stuff like this, us talking to each other, putting each other on.
Word of mouth.
I like a lot of foreign music, so I use the foreign blogs like to look for that shit. And then you find a couple you like, you follow them on Instagram, see how they're connected. And then a lot of it is like from shorts and reels, like little hooks you hear and little artists and beat and producers, and you start like looking it up on YouTube and you get down a avenue. So like, that's recently how I've been getting hip to artists. Like part of the reason I wanted to do this whole show is because I was sitting there with the homies one day and I was like, man, I used to know all the dudes that were like doing shit, like, and I was like, who's like 17, 18, 19, 20 making music in the city? And like, I still have a hard time finding those people or how they're creating, how they're performing, what they're doing. Like, it seems so different now. So, you know, hopefully with like you people could see it and we could all like link up, interact, and figure out some new shit that's going on.
And I think it is really like a generation thing. Like when we were coming up, the internet was still kind of new and bubbling, and it was exciting for people to get on it. Now it's becoming kind of old news. You know what I'm saying?
Nature.
Right. And I don't know, like what I'm trying to say here. So.
Talking about a younger generation.
Yeah, it's like we were so enthralled at that time in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Being in high school, just out of high school, like that energy for that stuff to consume stuff is at an all-time high. And as you get older, it kind of fades away naturally. You know what I'm saying? You get into different interests and stuff like that. So I just think that's really what it is. Like the generation kind of pushes what it wants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that's why we're so tied to the blog era, because that was our fucking height of our
Like
hunger
our
for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a brain fart for a moment. I was trying to figure out how I was gonna say that.
All right. So I wanted to ask everybody, where's that? What's a song or artist that you like but would be embarrassed to admit? Like, what's your your secret playlist? We'll start with you, Beamer.
Man, I'm never embarrassed to put up an artist that I fuck with, man. Shit, that's my whole thing. I'm damn near A&R. But
No, you got something in there though that you listen to on the low.
Man, let me pull it. I mean, I listen to a lot of different stuff, a lot of oldies, like, and I don't know, probably like some more like the softer R&B side, like, I don't know, like an artist like Magic Jordan or something like that, or something that's like not, the street dudes aren't gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm fucking with that, you know, like more so like that kind of wave, or like the pop wave. I'm fucking with an artist right now named Johnny Yukon, who not a lot of people know, but he's more on like the pop, like EDM sort of wave, you know what I'm saying? And it's definitely not the most manly shit or hardest shit, you know what I'm saying? So probably some stuff like that.
That's fair.
What about you, Fabian?
Honestly, bro, I don't feel like I have anything secret that I listen to. I listen to all music as an inspiration. So like, from the poppiest, like weird bedroom pop glitch shit.
Like what?
Like I'm blanking on her name right now. He from Columbus too.
Doobie?
Nah.
No, it was the DJ you was about to see on Friday.
Breakins. Nope, Breakins.
No?
His name is Breakins.
Okay.
He like this glitch pop, indie, emo. Huh?
What's glitch pop?
It's like trappy with like the pitches of the voice are changing a lot. Here, I'll pull it up.
And even the drums.
Give us an example.
It's too many goddamn genres.
Yeah, bro.
There's a lot of sub-genres nowadays.
Shits are blending together too much.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. You guys keep
But yeah, I listen to like different shit. Like I mean, old nigga Hall and Oates I'm listening to.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to Queen, I listen to Bilal, I listen to everything.
Hope we don't get flagged.
All music.
I'm gonna play it real quick. I'm gonna go by the drop.
Sound like some punk pop or something.
Yeah, but no, but there's like
Is that what it is?
New
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
there's like a bunch of different like.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And that's like the new style now. A lot of people are really tuning into that old pop punk style of music. I mean, it's hot. And even our area, that's all we really get is a whole lot of Midwest pop punk. I mean, you go
It's
to like...
not.
It is, though.
Bro.
You go to shows like even up and coming bands like the Rosies and shit. Like that's like a different style of pop punk, but it's still that same kind of, you know...
It's got some
that's
flow.
classic shit.
Bro.
And they bring out crowds. You know, you're talking about people that
They
push
Emo
it
night?
together.
Out though.
Bro, you'll
They
catch
do.
me at emo night.
And
going
emo
crazy.
night
You
is
going
one of
emo
the
night?
Yeah,
one
bro,
of the
going
biggest
crazy.
things
The
to
Jimmy
do.
Butler
Arms and
wig?
shit.
No, I throw arms, but I'll be like,
I vibe.
don't like boys, girls like cars
ain't
and money.
Yeah. I mean, you go to an emo night, you're fucking packed elbow to elbow in my halls. Like it's the most packed event I see in the city when people come out.
That's probably my most embarrassing shit I listen to.
Like emo music?
Yeah,
Come
bro.
on.
Yeah, embarrassing doesn't have to be a negative thing. You know, it's just
I'll play
like,
Paramore any day of the week.
this-
Haley Williams,
yeah, bro.
chef kiss
Go.
that woman.
all right. What about you, Nuke?
I listen to everything except for like polka and fucking. I don't like death metal. That shit scare me. But I listen to a lot of R&B and like alternative shit. For whatever reason, I go on these deep dives. Right now, I'm on a Mary J. Blige deep dive and a Portishead deep dive.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Portishead.
Bro, I listen to anything.
All right. What about you, Marcus?
I'm not embarrassed by it at all, but I fuck with The Weeknd.
Okay.
I think The Weeknd's version of Dirty Diana is better than Michael Jackson's.
Okay,
and
all right.
stand
Not
on
gonna
that.
argue
Hot
that, bro.
take.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
not gonna argue that.
New weekend or old weekend? Like we talking like House of Balloons?
This is
Oh,
House of
Weeknd.
Balloons, his Dirty Diana
Yeah.
remix.
Oh, no, I'm saying like it's just weekend
like
in general.
Weeknd
like
in
used
I've been listening since House of Balloons.
type shit.
And so like and then like I'll die on the hill. His Dirty Diana is better than Michael Jackson's.
I respect
That
that.
popular song
It's
he
up
got
there.
with Cardi and Madonna.
Yeah, that shit
What a
tough.
crazy mix, and that's a great song. I think.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that yet.
No,
Oh,
it's
man.
a classic. That
Did
shit
y'all
nice.
y'all watch his show? I'm sorry to interrupt or to throw something else.
The
Oh,
Weeknd
yeah, he
has a
did the
show?
Idol,
Thriller.
the Idol.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
Anybody
ain't seen
watch
it.
it?
I thought it
I
got
ain't seen it.
canceled, so I just thought it
It-
sucked.
I think it did get canceled.
It was only 5 episodes, and it
They said it
definitely
was
but
should've
it was
been
bad.
longer.
good. It was it
I
wasn't
liked
bad.
I liked it a lot.
How bad was it?
Some of his acting scenes, you could tell, okay,
Yeah.
this dude's a singer, he's not an actor. But the premise of the show and how they kind of dig behind like the scenes and what like it really would remind me of like the girl that they followed was like a Taylor Swift type artist, like a super big, huge pop star.
They said I think I read somewhere that was supposed to be like the storyline of like when he dated Selena Gomez.
Okay, or
Yeah,
that
I can see it.
some like a huge pop star and like what they have to go through and
Yeah.
the dealings that the label and the team, like we're talking about someone who, you know what I'm saying, those people have 20, 30 people on their team making shit move and
Yeah.
happen behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very interesting to me, and I wish they would have gone more
I feel
episodes.
like if
you
they
know?
would have gave him more episodes, his acting would have got better. You know,
Probably,
that's the biggest
yeah.
thing that they should have done is just given him more time. But yeah, it was quality.
For sure. You watched it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, yeah. I liked it a lot.
I
All
didn't
right. What
get
about you, Brody?
Artists that I listen to that I'm embarrassed.
Not like you know, not like it's in
I don't
like
know.
a bad thing. Just like some shit you got on your playlist on the low. Like I know Marcus didn't want to say it, but I know somewhere in that playlist he's got a Selena Gomez song. Like I know he does.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hold up right now.
I got receipts.
Hey, look.
You be bumping
library.
Selena Gomez? She got
Library.
some hits though, don't
How you
she?
do this? Oh, yeah. Selena.
I don't think I ever listened to Selena Gomez, bro.
Selena
I can't name a
Gomez,
Selena
library.
Gomez.
You've heard
You've heard
Selena
her. Yeah,
Gomez.
you've heard her.
No results.
She on
You
the
know-
radio.
Somebody
Dude, that's
just
some shit you
dropped-
only listen
Was
to on
she-
YouTube though,
was
because you're
she an
embarrassed
actress
about
first,
it.
though?
Yeah,
got that
yeah, she
big
was on
ass
Disney
song,
Channel.
bro.
What's a new
Okay.
place?
All right. Yeah, yeah.
Jordan Sparks just dropped a song.
What?
Random,
For real?
random as
American
fuck.
Idol?
But she's singing her ass off. The
She
song
could
ain't
al-
even
she could
crazy,
always
but
sing, bro.
she's
She just blowing.
She going crazy.
She gotta get her get back.
yeah, no, you could tell.
She could always sing.
What's up? What's
Oh.
one of those throwback songs that's timeless that you can only listen to in your car by yourself?
I was gonna say Return of the Mac, but I can listen to that everywhere.
You can listen anywhere. Like, all right, for
Just
example,
in the car
like,
by yourself.
I get all my R&B by myself.
crib.
I
for
don't
sure.
subject other people to that.
like
Yeah.
I wanna listen to like Natasha Bedingfield or like Sarah Bareilles. Like,
See, there we go.
Sunshine.
There was a good artist for you to answer for your embarrassing artist.
I'm
you
not
listen to.
embarrassed
Like
by
some
that.
Jason
I'm just
Mraz?
saying like I'm.
But
only,
you didn't even want to say it.
Come
like,
on.
No,
you didn't even
no.
want to admit it.
It's
You're
a- it's
sitting
a-
over there like you're like The Weeknd, like he's not popular and everyone fucks with The Weeknd.
Well, it's
like,
like,
oh, I
it's
listen in
kinda
my
like
car
his
and
thing,
listen
like,
to
it's not as-
Natasha
it's not as
Bedingfield.
manly,
Like,
you know what
bruh.
I'm saying? Like to just be
Like,
listening
bruh.
to a
Which
Weeknd.
which we shouldn't, you know, speaking of issue one, we shouldn't feel that way. You know, what
I
I'm
don't think
saying?
we
As
should
men,
either, yeah,
we
that's
should
true.
we should be secure in ourselves to be able to
I be
listen to
feeling like
female
a real
vocals.
dog when I listen to The Weeknd. Like I'm a dog some bitch out. Like
Right.
maybe I should do coke and fuck bitches too. Like
All right, let's go to the couch. What about you? SIE.
Shit. I don't think I'm embarrassed by anybody on my playlist, man. I just feel like, you know, everyone on there is like pretty cool, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like
That's pretty cool.
there's nobody like embarrassing. I got a big mix of English and Spanish music, so
Okay.
like, you know.
You got a bunch of Bad Bunny on there?
hey, you got the bad. Pull your phone up right now.
Probably a couple years ago, I would have had a lot of Bad Bunny. But
It's in the
now
library.
It's like, you know, I'm kind of open to a lot of other stuff now.
Hey, Bad Bunny, fire.
Yeah,
I do
he
fuck
is.
with Bad Bunny.
Some
Yeah, for sure.
female vocalists like I listen to like Tinashe or like Anita Baker, like
Yeah.
just stuff that's
Listen
I
to
don't know.
Brandy.
That's
Brandy.
Brandy. What's your favorite Brandy album?
Nigga, have you heard her most recent one?
The
I
Christmas
wanna
one.
be
Oh.
down.
She just dropped a Christmas album
When?
like 2 weeks ago, a week ago.
Oh no, I'm not hip.
And it ain't
But
even
I'm talking
Thanksgiving
about,
yet. Fuck.
Orange background. Orange.
I think it was
orange
white.
cover.
I think it was white, like white and gold.
Just pull it up on Spotify.
Oh, yeah,
we got phones.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
this
the
that
female
era.
like music of like what's going on. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a certified munch. I do love some Ice Spice. You
Okay, there we go. There
know what I'm
we
saying?
go.
But I've been hit.
Does every song sound the same, or is it just me though?
They do, but
Yeah.
she's
I,
fire.
I know that's
so
cliche, but like
Listen,
She got the
Fire,
same
one.
flow. Like,
I've been
It's like
fucking
she
with her.
bends over and touches
Yeah.
her pussy. Like that's what she does.
yeah,
That's like her
she
thing.
could get it.
that's
for
her
sure.
signature.
I've been listening to her for a
3 years
minute because
ago,
I
damn,
fuck
but
with a lot of New York
I
rap.
love
So like I've heard her freestyles and shit like that.
She
And
was the
I remember-
hottest in New York before that Munch shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
people
she was
fucking
up.
with her.
So like when she dropped Munch, I literally sent that to everybody. I was like, this is gonna be the biggest fucking
You talking
thing.
about Ice Spice?
Yeah.
You call
Hey,
it, bro.
I didn't get to say mine, but my hot take was Ice Spice looks better with her eyes closed.
With your eyes closed? you mean?
No, like with her eyes closed.
You
like,
was a hater. You was
You
a
don't like
hater.
her eyes?
I don't think I seen a picture of her. Like
You
with
ain't
her
never
eyes
seen her?
closed.
look at
No,
look at
hell yeah. It's
Oh.
Ice Spice.
Hey, pull up up to
We're back,
The
we're
barbs,
back, we're
man,
back.
The barbs.
We're back.
I fuck with Ice Spice though. She
I
not.
don't know
I
if
like
it's gonna
Ice
show
How long
us
you think
any
she's
with
gonna be
her eyes
around though?
closed.
I think she has longevity.
Like,
Oh
look,
yeah, me too. I think she's got.
She's
hella
gonna be a
longevity.
brand darling, but
that's what I'm saying.
musically,
I
she
think
gonna
she's
do what
already
Sweetie
there.
should have did. Yeah, they. She's not staying around long, man.
Who, Ice
She's
Spice?
gonna.
If Coi Leray
Yeah,
can
like
still be
another-
around and still have relevancy in her
But Coi
career,
Leray
right now,
low key
Coi
makes
Leray-
slaps.
Yeah,
She
Coi
do.
Leray
And
got
her
a
dad,
crazy
Benzino,
one on her
right?
last tape.
Don't know.
Like I said, I don't think Coi make bad music, but I'm
He's
saying
in the industry though, like he gonna,
True.
you know.
Coi gets so much hate to still have longevity and still make tracks. I think Ice Spice, as long as she's consistent in making at least a decent
What
song
was that
every
last
project.
one Coi Leray did with her big feature? The last.
She just got a Busta Rhymes feature. I know
Yeah,
that.
I saw
Oh
that.
yeah. I was thinking of one before. I can't think
But
who was on.
that's
it.
what kills Ice Spice is I don't think she do any features, and aligning herself with Nicki Minaj
Nicki,
kills
right.
her in all of the women music scene.
We don't know her sound yet, so I can't really jump on the Ice
It's
Spice.
New York.
No, but
It's
like
New
you
York.
for
It's the
where
Bronx.
they taking her brand, you need a sound with that. The New York shit is cool, but like you not about to be marketed as a New York artist. So what's the
Why not?
sound?
Well, yeah, she's from New York.
Yeah,
Why not?
she raps on New York beats. She
got the
raps like a
opera.
New York
What
rapper.
happened to Fabio Foreign? I mean, I get Ice Spice bad and she got a fat ass, but we already
Fabio
seen
Foreign
this.
put him in a bad position.
How?
I think he marketed himself poorly. He tried to.
How did he market himself?
Let's look at his last album. I think he tried to really step away from that New York style of music that really put him on, and it killed his market. And I think
I
even
don't know.
though
If Pop Smoke was still alive, he'll be the.
Pop Smoke could be top of
I
the
think
like, top of the top.
Fabio was a byproduct of what happened to Pop Smoke. It was like, oh damn, we really
Fabio
like
was
the
around
sound.
in
No,
that
he
mix.
was, but Pop Smoke was Pop Smoke.
Right.
Fabio was like, oh damn, Pop Smoke is gone. He's cool.
But look,
I feel like
look at Chief Keef. He put on for Chicago.
Watch your
enough,
mouth.
And that's how we got Dirk.
All right, watch your mouth.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I like Chief Keef, but we're looking at Pop Smoke and
real
what Pop
guy.
Smoke did for New
So-
York rap. Chief Keef did what Chief Keef did for his Chicago rap.
No, I agree.
So there's
sure.
always going to be a product, but we're going to get solid artists out there. I mean,
agree.
we
I
would
agree.
never have Dirk
Chief
without
Keef put
Chief.
drill on the map.
Yeah,
Is that-
he did.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
the guy.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
So I got a question. Can I kind of spark a topic?
Yeah.
Speaking of a sound of an area, how important do we all think that is to music?
Absolutely.
I do
100%.
not think it's important for smaller markets, but I think for the
Do
regions,
you think that's what holds us back, like a market like Cleveland, where we're like a small big market?
I would actually, my opinion on that is I think we need to lean more into that because I think that the sound that gets the. I was just having this conversation about, for the most part, I don't know everybody's music in the room, but I don't believe anybody to be full blown trap artists. More so alternative rap, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We don't have anything that's tried and proven other than Kid Cudi, and Kid Cudi left to go like no,
Yeah,
like
he
on
did,
some
he
real
did.
shit.
Yeah.
And he's
Kid
so
Cudi left
he's so
before he
unique
popped.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to New York.
that would have been the alternative rapper.
What
in
about the Bone
Cleveland's
Thug
lane.
sound? Is that our sound, you would think? Or?
No.
I mean, yeah, but
That was
we didn't do it
That's
better.
past tense.
than-
I don't think we
it's
have
not
a
past
sound.
tense. It's still we got the Migos, but it doesn't matter because the West Coast took that shit and
True.
it's the West Coast. It's over with. So what? It's in our DNA. I think we need to lean more into the fact that we don't have a specific sound.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be our strong suit instead of trying to mimic everything else that goes on in every other city. We kind of confused. We just know trap rap and then, all right, they doing that shit over there. But we leaning into this shit because it's tried and proven.
And we don't have a market for like a sound anyway. Like this, like those markets that it works with are so like close knit. Like everyone supports each other.
And they're
everyone,
so big too.
It's the trap. The trap shit boom here though, cause you get Q monies, you get Doughboys, you get royalty camps, you get. I mean, they Doughboy hard.
Doughboy is hard, but he's in a very odd market. You know, he got Future. He just tried to do his most recent show in the Grog Shop, and the ticket sales were probably very terrible the way they canceled it. So if you can't sell your own market, what the hell?
I don't need my market. Because
I mean,
who the fuck cares if I can't sell out the Grog Shop if I can go to Atlanta and sell out something
That's Atlanta
twice
though.
as big?
We're
They still
talking.
get money
we're
though.
talking
He's
here.
still getting
I
money.
personally don't give a fuck. If I
But the
let's
trap
say-
shit doesn't sell in our market. You saying the trap
it
shit
don't
sells?
sell, but it's pushed. It don't sell.
Okay.
We don't buy shit. It's not a good ecosystem
True,
here. Like
true.
financially, it's just not.
I'm just saying. I
Because
don't.
we're a smaller, big market.
Right.
Yeah.
That $10
Atlanta,
parlay,
Chicago, New York.
spend it on your
Sports
homie
city.
this year. Spend it on your homie this year. You can send your artist homie $10 this year. You know,
Right. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Could have threw
Like,
it on the
y'all
the
could-
Kings and supported two homies.
y'all
But
can
we're-
hop
we're
on their
not the-
Instagram live and send them like $5.
But like even Detroit, like Detroit is a big market compared to Cleveland. Like just per capita, a lot more people, and now they've developed their own sound. I feel like we don't have
Detroit
a staple
don't have
sound.
money like that.
No,
But they got a lot
They
more
got a
people though.
sound.
I think Detroit and Cleveland are a very similar market in terms of like what goes on in the area.
But size wise, it's not.
It's size-wise
Detroit
very
is
small.
huge.
Yeah.
But
It's big.
Detroit
That's
took
the
their
difference.
niche and
Michigan,
they ran with it.
yeah,
that's what I was about to
Cleveland
say.
can't do that.
That
Right.
we don't have a fucking niche.
Exactly.
Detroit made some shit that we never heard
Do you
before.
think,
so
you
it's
think
like,
that
oh.
hinders us though?
Absolutely.
I
And
think
if
so.
you look at
Yeah.
it like that, I think
No.
yeah. But how many years are we about to? First off, we got to find a fucking niche. We got to find that. Then that has to spread. That's like 10 years down the line before anything happens. Right now, I think that. All right, we tried the trap shit. Cool, that's what's up. But we got a whole
But
other
our
side.
biggest artists,
You're
I feel
right,
like,
bro.
are so unique. From Bone to Cuddy to even like a MGK.
They're very
That's what
different
he's saying
lanes.
with
Do
that
you
point
count
is
Cuddy
everybody
here
got-
though? Cuddy's from Cleveland, but I don't count Cuddy as a Cleveland artist. He didn't when he started popping.
He was in New York.
gone. He's
Yeah.
not here. He used
like helping develop that sound.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my whole point.
Right.
But even like Q Money and Doughboy, they're in Atlanta 24/7. So could you consider them a Cleveland artist?
Doughboy popped here. I don't know about Q Money, but Doughboy popped here. I remember being in high school.
Money not in
and
Atlanta no
had
more.
the,
He
Yeah, he
I
locked
feel you.
up.
It's a difference.
But he was gonna be the best one to make it, other than Lil Cray.
Hell nah.
If Lil Cray and Q Money didn't go to jail,
I support everybody.
if Lil Cray never went to jail, he would definitely be in the position Doughboy was in. I 100% would
believe
stand.
that?
I'll
Like,
stand
with your
on
heart?
it. Stand on it.
Right?
Cray was getting groomed by Future. He was at the show in Kent. He was getting pushed, and then he got locked up.
I just
and
want to
Doughboy
say,
was in that.
Cray is crazy, but I met him, know him personally. He's a good fucking dude.
I believe
Cray's
it. I
great.
believe it.
Yeah.
He's super nice. But like I said, once he went to jail, it really killed
I heard
his
a crazy-
longevity.
Absolutely.
It killed his market.
His momentum.
I heard a crazy story about Kyrie Irving, that song was stolen.
Oh shit!
Like,
I haven't heard that
craziest
conspiracy
story
theory.
ever.
I've
Like,
never
Either
heard
way,
that.
I'm about to go back to what you was talking about the reaches. My bad. Not to. I did kind of just like point your ass out. I wanted to say before we got way too
Nah,
far
not
off.
the Metal Gear. That was funny.
But all right, yeah, the regions. Let's hear it.
Yeah, bro. I feel like you was right with it's so many different sounds and things and influences in this area that our niche is that everything
Can
is
be from here.
Exactly.
We the fourth coast, bro. We a fucking melting pot.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly,
If we
that's
develop
what
a
it is.
sound, like Detroit, niggas can only rap like that.
Facts.
You want to listen to a Baby Tron?
Yes.
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 Anything Babytron, sign me the fuck
You
up.
look like Baby Tron. Like,
Stop. Don't you ever say that.
I guess I asked the
No,
wrong
no,
people, but
no.
like,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
fuck with Baby
you know,
Tron.
in his fan base, that's gonna be cool. But like, he's never gonna be able to make like world music. You know what
I'll
I'm
give you
saying?
that. I can never
So
look
it's
at
like-
Baby Tron and not rap the way he raps.
In a major marketing way, it's not a hindrance, right? It could get a lot of people out there, but at the same time, it's a hindrance in the creativity and uniqueness of where we come from.
There's a
'Cause
positive and
now
negative.
you're stuck in that lane, so to speak.
I don't even agree with that. I look at us that if we had the ecosystem for it, we could be just as dynamic as a Chicago. We could have multiple scenes coexisting
Like
within
Twisted,
each other.
Kanye, the drill, all that shit.
Like literally like that.
Right.
Like it's you got Sabas, you got Toby Luz, you got Mick Jenkins.
Chance the Rapper.
It's so
All
many different fucking sounds from
Alex
Chicago.
Riley.
We could do the same. We just don't have the ecosystem and the bridges to the outside industry. But
And honestly, the sheer amount of people, I feel like
true.
that's part of it.
I feel like our market just doesn't buy into what we have here.
because
I
it's
feel
not
like
tried and proven.
right.
It's
I feel
not
like
marketed well either. Like the places that we used to have to put music out, like for the artists in the area, just like don't exist anymore. We got like I'm from Cleveland, just post like fucking pothole videos and Indian videos all day, every day.
I respect
Not
it
gonna
though.
fake. I'm from Cleveland. Posted me not too long ago. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Got my shit booming.
Like I said, there's positives in every aspect, but I think there's a lot of no content on our market. I think it's just very.
you don't know how to market. I
No,
feel like
absolutely not.
We don't know how.
I go to a show and I think it's going to be phenomenal, and I'm like, where the fuck? Everybody should be here on a Friday night at 8
There's
o'clock.
like no one.
No one's
bro.
there. But I also will say a lot of the designated venues I think are very bad location wise nowadays. Back in the day, it was phenomenal. The Grow Shop is my
artists are
number one.
also skipping Cleveland on their
Right.
tours, so it's like maybe there's also a problem with some of the infrastructure, like the people that book the
Absolutely. Oh,
shows,
yeah.
their relationships
Our
with the
venues.
industry.
But I'm talking like
Yeah, our
local
venues
market.
are trash, bro.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
weird capacities.
Like I said, the local market is just very. You want to play these great shows and everything, but location wise is terrible. I mean, Coventry isn't what it used to be nowadays. Going all the way out there for the Garage Shop for a local show, I'm kind of like.
But you should
But
come
we
out
should.
November 30th and see me and my band.
At the
Do
Grove?
some not trap shit
At the Grove?
at the Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make that trip.
But like I said, that's the biggest thing. A lot of people look at it and they're like, "Fuck, I don't want to do that." But even like so, most people should come out because it's a Friday night. You go see that, catch some music.
It's
You
a
could-
Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday. My bad. But even so, in a general sense, you could go out right out after,
Yeah.
still do some shit. But location wise, we just don't have that. We did
So,
more shit in Lakewood
I think
or the
that
Flats.
streaming generation is a little bit of
Well,
a hindrance.
Everybody
towards
wants to
that
sit
because
inside.
It's like, right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Why go out and try other things when I know I can go one place and see everybody I want to
From
see?
my crib, right.
I
And
also
the shows
think-
don't
I can
even
see
be
that
fun
shit.
anymore. Like the shows just be boring. It's just you're just standing on a stage. Like
But-
I like Nuke. Nuke performs. That motherfucker be going around the stage doing crazy shit. Like
No
dudes just
background
walking.
vocals.
Yeah.
No, I don't-
like the
yeah,
past like couple
straight-
shows
straight
we've went
track.
to, it's just people like. You know, I hate
But-
that we even still have
Nah.
to see songs performed over like background tracks.
And you
But-
know what? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the other thing was like dudes just pacing like a little 3-foot thing
Bro,
and just
yes.
walk back and
It's-
forth.
It's all.
like that.
Which? Oh, you mean like performers?
Yeah, like no,
No.
no,
Oh, yeah.
no, no. They
Like
just
the crowd?
No, he's talking about just you
No, I'm talking
standing
about-
on the stage and you just like,
You
oh,
not
yeah,
moving.
oh yeah,
it's
for
the,
sure.
It's the classic. It's the classic. Walk to one
But-
side.
But
look
I'ma
in,
tell you-
Walk back. Walk to the other side. Look in. Walk back. Like
For
that's.
sure, you gotta be
But
moving
the
and
crowd
grooving.
plays a
Yeah.
part in that. So if no
It
one's
does.
there, you're
Man,
killing your
fuck
own.
that. No, it
but,
don't.
But someone like you, yes, you go crazy every single time. I'll
You
give you the
bring-
credit
but you
all
know-
day, every
yeah.
day.
But you know
But
what would turn us
I
up
know-
though? Is if like we stop treating local rap shows as like proving grounds.
But they shouldn't be. Like everybody should go out and have
I mean, I
fucking
know
fun.
they is, but like,
yeah.
but like,
I was about to say it's like
you know
what they're for.
But like,
Low-key,
but like,
elaborate on that because I feel like you own to something.
so like generally when you go to these like small local rap shows, a lot of the times, bro, it'd be like everybody's posseed up. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying?
yes.
Like everybody's
Yeah.
there for who they there for.
Yeah.
And we don't take the time to like sit
People's
and listen.
audiences aren't
I mean,
staying for
granted-
everybody the
Yeah,
whole time.
absolutely. I see
ever.
it all the time.
Granted, it's up to us to the performers to turn up. That's why I bust my
To
ass
make
every
'em
show
stay,
to just
right?
go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like everybody ain't like everybody come like tapped in like yeah my niggas the
I
best.
mean, last time I
know
saw
what I'm saying?
Nuke,
I was about to
we
say,
had the rock show.
competition,
You
it's like
brought
a
everybody
showcase.
over from the bar. Like you were the only person on that set that brought everybody else that was trying to see the headliner come over and catch they set.
Because my approach is just, y'all don't fucking know me. Y'all don't know me. I don't expect y'all to know me. The people that are here that do know me, I want to get you to pay attention.
Right.
If I could get you to at least just look up and be like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
I won. That's fine. And I just fuck with my music, so I'm just having fun because I just rap and like dance around the house. So now I get to dance around in front of people.
Right.
So
I feel like a lot of artists don't do that though. They act like all those people do know who they are.
No,
and it's
you
like
don't
you gotta,
fucking know me.
Exactly. So I wish more artists thought like, hey, they don't know who I am.
I almost
gotta
feel like
make
they
them
think
know.
they're owed that respect without
which is
it, you know
which
what
is
I'm
why
saying?
I said like it is a proving ground. Where it's
Okay,
like you
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
go
yeah.
there and prove yourself. Like you take you probably grace the stage when you go on. It's how you look at it. Like this is you gracing the stage. Like there's kids that go up there and fucking embarrass themselves.
Facts,
and it's like, why are you even
yeah.
here? Like, you know, like do you even like cool if that's what you truly believe you're gonna do you like even care enough to invest in yourself to do a little bit? Like did you even practice this at all? Like
No, they don't.
that's what I'm saying.
That's the
though. So
worst
it's
part.
like I don't like to go to shows anymore because it's like the way that people book shows. It's like fucking 15 of those and like 4 of
sure.
you
That's the
guys.
worst.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
that's where it happens the most. Is at them ones.
well, it comes down to the money shit. Like the way they structure, it's like 15 openers, 3-4
I
fucking
also
dudes.
like COVID really killed a lot because pre-COVID we used to go to local shows all the time, like me and homies, and it was like
facts.
we would see like 50, 60 people in the building. I could go see Freshie like 4 times in a month in like 2018. That shit easily had 60 people in that building. I'd be looking at that motherfucker like, where do you get people to show up like this? Because now I'm sitting here like, nobody does that anymore.
Nah,
It's
COVID,
hard. COVID killed it.
We're seeing the effects of everything in real time. COVID fucked us up.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
bad. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But COVID fucked us up.
But
I
in
also
terms
think
of,
part of it is like, you know, a lot of us are like, you know, entering our more adult phase of life. And a lot of these structures and things around are run by people that are from generations above us. So some of this is we need people our age to take initiative, start a new venue, start a new way to bring artists together, a new platform, whether it's streaming in real life, like creative centers, like people need to, if that's something they want to build, like we need to inject new into
Which
the
I must say,
system.
I do know some
Yeah.
people, close friends of mine that have done that have started their own venues and trying to, you know, make it less political in a sense, you know what I'm saying?
Or just
with the
throwing nice
venues.
events and having another option is just amazing.
Exactly.
I love seeing like a mixed crowd, like on a local show where it's like, oh, I know that person doesn't make music with him all the time, so this is a very like I'm gonna see a different side
Eclectic,
of like,
right.
yeah, you know, a lot of it I feel like it's just like me and my 4 homies put on a show. We all make music with each other, so it's just our music. I don't want to see that shit. Like it's cool to get homies up there and stuff, but I want to see like venues with like shows with like motherfuckers from the east side, a motherfucker from the west side. Music's completely different. I don't even care. Like it's just
You're an open-minded fan, though.
I'm a very open-minded
what
fan.
he's saying, you're right, though. A lot of that,
If that's
it's
what
hard
our
to make
niche-
it happen.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
If that's our niche though, to put different sounds together, then let's do
I
it
think
more.
people
Let's
just
do it.
sabotage
Tap into it.
not sabotage, but people sacrifice the art for like, oh, you my friend. I
Yes.
think that shit works
Yeah.
perfectly
Yes.
if you get people that
That are
are
good.
actually good. It's not hard to tell, oh, you may not have it. You might have something. I don't think that shit is hard. I think people be in denial. I feel like that's very easy to see. You're not terrible. You could do something. You are terrible. You should quit. People just sacrifice that and just be like, oh, fuck it. You a nice guy. I know you. No, bro. We need
Right.
to have
No,
integrity
people need to
with
get
the
told
art.
no.
that
For sure.
dynamic is tough being in a smaller market because
Yeah.
it's like, well, shit. They don't even call you by your rap name. They're calling you, oh, I know Josh, man. He's
Yeah.
I grew up with him. That's the
Yeah.
homie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the
That shit
show
lucky disrespect.
not as a fan. It's almost better to have people that don't know you to try to
Facts.
win
That's
them
why a
over.
lot of
Yeah.
people move.
No preconceived notions. Absolutely, yeah.
You not here off the pity support. It's just like, oh, you the homie. Damn, I seen you posted. I like the post.
But it's
I gotta
hard
go.
being in a literal small market where
A
there's
lot of
just
people-
not a lot of people that you could win over.
A lot of
Right?
people
Know
don't
what
want
I'm
to share their fans either. They're gonna be like, I want these people to come see me. I don't want them to come see the next person.
Not-
But that next person gonna benefit you.
don't-
It's a lot of ego minded when it comes to a lot of these shows I see.
The shit with that, you don't have a choice.
Right.
Because in that little 5 to 10 minutes that you getting settled after getting off the stage, I'm already on stage and I'm about to take at least
And that's
10 of them.
That's the
Like,
next thing
no.
I need. I need motherfuckers that I don't want to sit there and wait 30 minutes for the next person to come on. If it's local, I want to get through the show, see everybody play, chop it up afterwards. And at that case, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I can go out, and that's what people want. I don't want to be at a show all night. I want to see you
Stand
guys
for
do
6 hours.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to see you all do your
Stand in
fucking
there.
thing. I want to see y'all get out there, have some good time. I talk to you after the show. We communicate. I fuck with it. We post my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, like. It's just sitting there for 6 hours. I ain't trying to do that. Like, I mean, granted, like if you're playing opening for fucking Lil Baby or something, I want to see Lil Baby, I'm gonna wait. But
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and like look at these local people like you're gonna have me sitting here till 11:30 at night to watch you play. Motherfucker, I got things to do. I got other places to be. Like, I want to show love, but I also want to live my life. I don't want to be here all night.
I feel like there should be like a screening process for like you gotta, if you don't meet an X amount of sales or like and there's a quality thing, like what if a venue should like take stances and be like, we have preferences. Like if we listen to your music and we don't like it, like we're not gonna have you perform here.
That's so
I was
hard.
gonna say, don't do that because
No.
they don't fuck with rap too much.
Yeah.
No,
So
no.
like it won't be no
Not-
venues
not-
for
not
that.
Dude,
in a
I've heard.
sense of-
Listen, I've heard some like thing like when I was booked shows like 8-9 years ago, just like things they'd say to you when
Will
you're
love
trying
the
to
grog shop.
when you're trying to book when you're trying to book, they ask you
You know
these
about
weird
it.
fucking
I know about a couple
questions.
things.
Right.
I didn't mean it by genre. I meant like if you didn't meet a ticket amount.
That's
Like, you know
hard,
what I'm saying?
though.
Like if you meet the ticket requirement and they're like, look, you're
That's
bringing
like, brother, you're
bodies.
selling 10 tickets to your family and shit.
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Let's
Right.
say I'm performing. I'm terrible, but I need to sell 2 fourths. I need to sell more than 5 tickets. Y'all
No.
my homies.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why is the threshold fucking 10 tickets?
We want people to come out
Like,
and show
I don't
love
wanna
to
go-
Or
just
just
the
talking about the
music.
people that sell the
Because
most.
unknown
No, I'm
artists
talk-
don't have that pull like
Well,
that.
then don't be coming to a show. Like,
So how is anybody going to get on though?
Yeah, how are you gonna get paid?
That's a catch-22.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, you should be dropping music before you're performing. If
But
you don't
how are
have
people going to hear it?
What if
because
you're a better
people-
performer than an artist?
No, listen,
Yep.
listen. That's a touchy area.
See?
That's
And
a
some of
great
the
line.
best artists can't market and sell their tickets because they're
Exactly.
idiots. Like in
But
that way
listen,
of
listen,
life.
listen.
Not like in a
if you-
mean way, but like they don't have the drive
Yeah,
to like.
it's totally different from being an artist. Being a marketer, like
It's
But
hard.
you have to be. You
But
gotta
you have.
be
That's
every
what I'm saying.
fucking.
Like,
No, you
my-
don't.
my-
You
my
find
thing is-
somebody
Why
that's
do you-
show.
like, if
why
you
do
want to
you
do it
have to
yourself,
be?
you don't
If you wanna
have to
do it
be.
yourself.
You need to have
One mic.
somebody that can be. You don't have to do that shit.
Well, but you need to get it done. You don't have to
Yeah,
do it, but it needs
yes.
to be done.
Right.
Yes.
So somebody has to delegate it, if whether it's not you or someone. My
100%.
point being is
we
like
know how
the-
unrealistic that is.
Yo, that go back to the conversation earlier.
exactly.
Everybody want to rap. Bitch,
But-
be a manager.
Exactly. So, but my thing is like for venues, if they have a higher threshold, like I don't want to go to a show. Like, don't get me wrong. There's shows that you go to knowing like, okay, I'm probably gonna like hear somebody I've never heard before, right?
These venues won't book anybody if that's the case. If there's a ticket limit,
Marcus,
No,
they're
listen,
gonna have 30
all about
artists
that
selling
money.
10
If you
tickets and
guys like-
drinking beer.
That's the
Like,
last thing
listen,
we want.
Listen, point I'm trying to make is like if there were artists that you had 2 categories, right? Like you have your artists you know that aren't selling a lot of tickets, and you have your artists that are. There shouldn't be like a 10-minute or 10 ticket threshold. Like your people who should be coming should know your music already. I don't like going to a show and then like watching like even the artists I
catch-22,
don't
man.
know.
You never heard new music?
No, listen.
I'm the difference. I
that's-
want to hear that new shit, like
that's
some
not
shit
what-
I ain't
that's-
never seen.
So you guys are
Wow
not
me,
listening to me.
wow me,
I'm trying
motherfucker.
to-
I'm in the crowd.
I'm trying to say I don't like going to a show and seeing everybody in the crowd not know the song at all. Like I prefer a show where everybody there knows the words to a song and we're all
I get
there
where you're coming
engaging.
from. I get where you're coming
But that's
from.
terrible in
A local
smaller,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a local sense, because then no local artist will perform. You would just have 5 people there knowing your words, and everybody else is
I
like,
feel
That's
like in a
not true,
local
like-
market, you gotta show out and just like play your shit so people hear it. Otherwise, you're never gonna get hurt.
I mean, and there's
And
that
some people
aspect.
have
I just
better-
feel like there's people in this market that make good songs that you know every word to, and it's like you go to a show like that. If you've never heard that person before, it's a good enough. It goes back to my main thing. A good song is a good song. At the
some
end of the
people
day.
have better
But
ground
if it,
game than
if it
like
falls
ticket
on deaf
game.
ears,
I mean, but here's the
that's the
thing,
thing.
like, why are you having a show if you're not dropping music on streams? So you guys are like, how are people hearing this music? Like, do you not
you know how
drop
many
on
people
Apple
upload
Music?
to streams every day and no one ever gets heard?
Okay, but
You know what I'm saying though?
then why are you not pushing
Did
your
Will
song?
just fart into the mic? What was
I
that?
don't know what yet.
I was just blowing into the mic.
My thing
okay.
is like I'm just saying like the sense of like if
Okay.
how you gonna go and perform on a stage if people don't even know the songs you're performing? Like why are you performing before you're dropping
Okay,
and,
let
and
me
building
ask-
an audience?
Build
like-
anticipation for the drop.
Anticipation for what drop? Nobody knows.
I'm gonna be honest.
They don't
There's a
know if
lot
they
of
fuck with the
songs.
song.
It's a catch-22
Would
right
you-
here, bro.
Like what do you
You need one
propose?
without the other.
What do you propose to people
Facts.
who can't sell 20 tickets do for performing and
Trying
art.
to get the word out there.
Yeah.
Build
Well,
a
it's
family.
not like it's a norm. It's not like everything. I'm just saying, like, if there's venues that have that, you can go. Those people that can't do that, go to the smaller venues. Like, have venues that have higher thresholds. Like, separate them. Have your playgrounds and like
so
proving
you
grounds,
saying,
and
like-
having your venues that are like, all right, like we perform people who bring people here. Like, you could go do your localies and like find these new artists at certain places, but these venues take like really like strong points of like this. We're pushing big crowds.
We
here.
have that though.
So
Yeah,
you believe
I
in
You look at the
segregation?
Agora, you look at House of Blues, like
What'd you
them
say?
motherfuckers have a high threshold.
No, I said, so you believe in segregation?
No, I didn't say that.
No, I'm fucking with you.
I kind of agree
was
with
awkward
Marcus's
silence.
sentiment though. Like people really also just need to work fucking harder. Like,
Yeah, like, you
make
guys are
yourself
like-
stand out.
Right.
Like
Like,
honestly,
Because that's
bro.
the basis
Like
of what you're saying.
Well, because you're like, what about the people who can't sell? Like, well, if you're not selling it, it means people aren't buying it. Why the fuck would I want to go see something nobody else wants to see? Like, my whole point is like, why can't you?
What if this person is just starting out too? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
then push your ground. Go sell CDs and pass them out like we did. Like,
For sure,
When the
but what
last
do you
time
say?
you bought a
It's a
goddamn
different market.
CD?
It's a different.
nobody
world.
wants to put, like nobody wants to hear your shit anyway. They don't even know what it is.
Y'all ever heard of the Jones effect? Y'all know we got
Keeping
some
up with the
we got the
Joneses?
salesmen in the room.
I've heard the term. Yes.
So it's like, someone comes to your door, right, and they say, "Hey, I got this product I'm trying to sell," and you're like, "I don't know if I really need that."
Your neighbor just.
Hey, your neighbor just
Yeah.
bought it. Like she loves it. Okay, all right, let me hear it. So it's like
keeping up with the Joneses.
it's a catch-22, man. Like you gotta. How else is an artist supposed to market, especially in this climate that we're
Well,
in
this
right
is
now?
a digital world, Beamer. Like it ain't
know.
fucking like you just said. Nobody want a CD. All this music comes from a streaming site.
So how the fuck is a new artist supposed
This
to get
dude
heard
wanted-
before
Blow
they
up
do
on
a
TikTok,
show?
Post your shit.
How many people
Build an
post their
audience.
shit
yeah, get
and
on
it doesn't
TikTok.
fucking
Stop
get
being
heard?
a bitch.
Bro, this like you're just giving excuses for somebody who doesn't want to work hard. Like, do you want to be an artist or not? It's the world you're in.
I
Accept
think
that that's what you
Nuke
gotta
and I
do.
can both testify to this. We've dropped music and we know a lot of people, and the only time it does numbers is if it's in a blog where a
You
lot
got to
of
get that
people are.
playlist.
Yeah.
man.
A playlist.
So
playlist
what
and
happened
playlist
to the
will turn
days
you
where
up.
we used to scour every single blog and email our song
It's
a million
over,
different
bro.
times to but you're saying that's
Nah,
now that's
they-
the only
It's not
movement.
Nah,
over.
It's
they got a
just different.
paywall behind it, so
It's a
like,
paywall.
like it's a bunch of that
People
shit is
don't do
completely
it.
different.
They don't
now.
do it off love no more. You pay for
Some might.
a post on Instagram. Some might.
Yeah.
But you pay for a post on Instagram.
Yeah,
That's what all those blogs are. You want your shit played 4 days out of the week.
Right.
You got to give me $30-$40 each post.
I was
Everything
just
is
at
payover.
I was just at Beechwood Mall the other day, and a dude was out front handing out CDs. I still paid the $20 just to hear it. Shit
How
was
old
ass,
was he?
But I fucking
How old was he?
Yeah.
$20.
listen. I had just. I had
For a CD.
listen.
I
I
just
nigga,
here's
no.
$20.
I don't get it. I don't get it because you like.
How-
I'll
how
buy this
old was this
random
man?
CD, but I won't go to this show
Yeah, you
and
can't
see
say
somebody.
that. You bought the $20 CD.
and you wouldn't buy
Did
a
you listen?
$15 ticket to see somebody live?
Well, he was ass, so I wouldn't go see him either way.
Does your
but-
car even have a CD player anymore?
No, it don't.
So did you listen to it?
No, I had to go to a different car. I had to go to a buddy's
but
car.
how-
Memorabilia, man.
How old was this guy that handed you this CD?
He was like,
older.
no,
Yeah.
he was. He was like probably like late 20s, early 30s.
But yeah, that's an old man's game. No offense to y'all that are like in your 30s, but like back in the
that
day,
was our era.
that's what y'all did. Yeah.
Look,
Nobody doing that shit
And I
no
want
more.
to clarify, I didn't say that I wouldn't go to shows to discover artists. I said that there should be places that are designated for that. And it's kind of how it is. Like, we have the grog, we
smaller
have
venues.
yeah, like, but like, people aren't expected to bring a crowd there. They're just expected to pay their upfront fee to be there, and that's what it is. Like, if you bring people, you do. If you don't, you don't. Like, I feel like that's lame, dude. Like, as the venue, you should be pushing that shit. Like, if you're not bringing people, then we'll just cut you off that shit. Like, we'll give you fucking 75%
Well, that's
of your
what the
shit back.
promoters do. Like, if you don't sell enough tickets, they will cut you sometimes.
And that's how
And-
it should be.
and
Like,
that's
why
how-
are you on stage with people who worked and actually promoted themselves, got people there, took the time out of their day to do that? We're clearly seeing is a hard thing to do.
We don't have.
We gotta bring
promoters
back
in the
house
city.
shows.
Yeah, we
Like dudes that are small need to just start doing house shows again and just bang them
I
bitches
love it.
out.
Shout
But we-
out, Invasion. They have the Invasion parties. Shout out Crib Collective. They be having the house parties and performing. Like, that shit's raw, bro. Like, if you can't pack a fucking thing, do something else to get people there. Throw a party. People show up to parties, bro.
Yeah.
Then perform at that motherfucker. Like, now the idea, the whole gist of getting people there isn't on you and your music. It's on something else, and you get to do your music with no fucking
Like
pressure.
curating an event,
Yeah.
you know?
We
like
don't do
rent
that
out
no
a
more.
space. But that's
Who-
on the artist to do that, like in their
I
team.
prefer to do that. That's what I do.
We don't have any promoters or any people that in the city that are like, yeah, I want to put on X, Y, and Z and have these people play at a show. 9 times out of 10, we don't have something like that here. We don't.
Someone
have...
got to do it. You know?
And that's
I
what
put
we
on,
need.
like-
Or you go somewhere else like most people do.
Yeah, I put on like in Lorain County. I put on a few. I do my charity drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
toy
And
drives.
people pop out for that and stuff. But it's a lot that go into that. Do you know what I'm saying? To like
it's not easy to repeat it.
to do that, like by monthly even.
Yeah.
And
to
you
be
gotta be
an
making
artist,
a profit at some point.
You
'cause
know what
then
I'm
it's like,
saying?
all right, shit.
Facts.
Yeah, bro. It's a
And that
big, it's a
goes back to the
big-ass
point
fish.
with the streaming where you're trying to, pay for posts and playlists and shit, and you also got your light bill, your fucking rent, your car payment.
my
not cheap.
son, nigga.
Yeah.
My
Listen,
child.
listen. I'm
That's
not-
why it's real hard for the
Streaming-
climate we're in for new artists to get exposed because it is such a pay for play nowadays.
I'll say this: the past couple years, the algorithms on certain social media sites that used to be a lot easier to garnish views and engagement
Yeah.
have changed to where it is harder. I will say that because like we used to when Twitter was like 2016 through 2018, 19,
Prime time.
you could just post a video and that bitch is getting a million views
Prime
like
time.
off of fucking 50 retweets. It'll do its thing. Now it seems like it's like capped. It stops getting to a certain point. But when I say streaming, I don't mean like getting on blogs and shit. I mean like pushing your shit yourself. Like everybody has that circle of friends that even won't tell you suck, but they'll still get you the retweet, right? Like everybody has it. So like if you really want to be an artist, you got to push yourself. Like I don't know. I feel like people should be building an audience before doing a show that requires an audience. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm saying, like, if you don't have that, get it the other ways. Like, with how you guys do the parties. People show up to parties regardless of the music. Like, that's just something that's there.
It's just hard, even now, throwing house parties. I mean, how old are we at this point to be like, I'm going to throw a house party at my crib?
Yeah,
At some
not about to
point,
fuck my shit up.
at some point, you got to get a little professional
It's
and be
just
like,
maneuvering getting older.
Right.
Because it's professional ways to do it.
Right.
Renting out a fucking warehouse and throwing a party is the same as a house party. It's just certain ways you got to package it because you are drawing
Gotta
in
promote it
more.
to adults.
Yeah, like we're grown. We work.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, a concert is kind of like a dead in the water. But if you put something together where it's like, I can kill 3 birds with 1 stone type shit.
Or
Like
more
I'm seeing
incentive,
more
like a charity drive.
and a
something
charity
like
drive,
that.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck with that.
what can you do to drive people out? That's not just my music, but what can? Okay,
gotta-
I can bring so and so, and
create
they're gonna have a good time. I want to see you
Who said
play
that?
and you play.
Yes.
Create an
What'd you
experience.
That's the
An
exact
experience,
thing. People aren't coming out to just go kick it at bars and clubs no
They
more.
wanna have
That shit is
a
slow.
good time.
You have to be, unless it's somebody's birthday, it has to be an experience.
Correct.
It has to be something that, oh, I'm happy that I came out to this. People ain't got money to waste like that. It's just a different world.
You got to cater to
That's why
all markets.
We literally sold the idea of a house bash.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like bringing down the fucking house, like how it used,
Yeah.
a college party, like with a show experience. You know what I'm saying? We had our own bar, DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like the
And I
a classic
feel like,
college party.
as you guys about to say, and I feel like ageless, regardless of how old you get, you gotta hit the colleges, because the young people push your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
if you
for
could,
sure.
if you could turn up a college, them dudes. I've gotten the most of my new music from like people from different colleges. Be like, bro, playing a random song at a party. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? They'd be like, you ain't heard this? That Mike, what's that Mike? Mike Dimes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mike
Yep.
Dimes got introduced to me at a college party. I was at OU and this dude's playing. We're playing Pong and this shit comes. I was like, "Yo, who the fuck
That's
is
the
this?
most
This dude
effective. We
hard."
talk about this digital marketing, but word of mouth still is the strongest.
Word of
I
mouth
feel
is
like.
always going to be.
always going to be.
But that's
you
the
gotta trust
problem
your
is you got to
people.
get out and tell one person so they tell another
how
5.
hard is that to grow
Right,
that?
right.
Organically, it's
And
tough.
if you get out more in person, do more shows, you'll see other people, and that's how the word of mouth runs. So you got to just put your face out there some way, somehow.
Got to be
You gotta
outside.
have the whole
Yep.
package.
Hey, I will say I salute the artist that, like, I forget who said it. Somebody was like, "Fuck that," and then you corrected him and was like, "Nah, I'll," because I like the artists that perform the same way, whether there's 10 people there or 100 people
Absolutely.
there.
You got to.
Like, exactly, because like them people still paid for the experience that you're
Yeah,
talking about.
Because it's a level of arrogance that comes with if you got one person in the crowd. Yes, it's one fucking person. That shit is crazy. You can cry later, but that one person, just kick it with them. Like,
Yeah.
bruh, I just did a show not too long ago at like B-side. That shit was not booming for real. But it's like I'm on stage, y'all in the fucking crowd. Like, shit, we just about to kick it.
He did his thing. I was in attendance.
Nah, it'd be fun. Like people.
Local legend.
It gotta that shit sounds
Did you
so old.
alter your set for something like that?
No, I kind of like that shit because I don't have to be. I still be
more
serious.
intimate,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I could just be like, "Hey, how you feeling?" Like, your fucking hoodie stupid, not yours, but like I just talk shit to people.
And that's how you
do my songs.
perfect the craft. It's less pressure, and you build yourself up in that way, build that confidence, so you just continuously get better.
All this shit is practice. All of this shit is practice until you get to whatever your goal is.
Yes.
Right. All practice. It's all art. I think you just in a constant state of fucking artist development.
What up?
Hey, 9280
Yeah, we on pace for that.
All right,
boys.
Damn, okay,
we're
man.
hitting the 2 hour and 16-minute point. So, as fun as it's been, I'd like everybody to kind of just go around and, let everyone know what's going on with each of you, what's coming up for you, anything you guys are working
real
on.
quick, can I ask one last question for
All right,
everybody?
yeah, one last one.
I want to go around and I want to hear everybody's ideal set list for a Cleveland show.
What, like four or five artists on a show?
Like if you were tasked with setting together a show for the Cleveland scene, Cleveland artists only, what's your ideal set off of your preference? Not like a hey, they're gonna garnish the most numbers.
How many artists are they gonna get? 4?
A
5?
four.
4?
Yeah, we'll do like a 4. We'll do 3 openers in the main.
All right, we'll start with you, Beamer.
Currently, I would have to say I'm trying to give, because it's a little personal, like in Invasion, for instance, we tried to give like an entire show, like all dynamics. So we had artists that would do the rage, mosh pit type music, rap music. We had like the pop cool vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
EDM a little bit. And then you had like a R&B vibe where everyone pulled their phones out with the lights. So it's like you're getting, like
The
we
full
were talking
effect.
about, that
Yeah.
full experience. So for me, it would be Curly Chuck, Darian B on the R&B side, Banky, and probably Tay Miles for real.
Yeah.
That would be my 4.
Okay.
All right, what about you?
If I had to
Fabian?
limit it, there's a lot more I wish I could.
Right. We're on a set 3, 4.
Damn. That's like
It's
kind
tough,
of crazy
ain't
to
it?
do that.
It's on the spot, but like I'm very intrigued to hear everybody's
Like my
answer.
personal?
Yeah, it's your preference. It doesn't have to do with like, oh, this person's bringing. Like, say there was like no budget, you could lose money on this. Fuck it, who cares? Just your preference.
Oh, bro, if I'm getting my own personal concert,
But you can't put yourself on it.
no, I'm not gonna put myself.
I'm gonna
on
add
it.
that in for the artists,
I mean, like,
just because I didn't think about it for you.
Yeah, I would definitely put myself on it.
it's crazy. It's crazy. You was talking about Cudi as not a Cleveland artist, but
I know,
he still
it
is.
is wild, man.
He still is one of my favorites, bro. And I like.
He would be your headline, probably.
He would be my headliner for sure.
Okay.
Before him, I feel like I get Chip with Cudi, so like.
Like it's a duo thing.
For sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough. I'd let that go. So that's one slot. So Chip Cudi like main.
And then I'm gonna take Fat Al.
I done came down.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I mean, that's my personal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, 100%.
I'll take Fat Al. Really, I'll take the whole royalty camp. To be honest with you.
It's the Corey Babes.
Oh, Corey for sure. Oh my god.
Shout out Fleet Al.
And who's the last one?
That's tough.
Box yourself in.
That's
Is
tough.
there any West Side artists we're not hip to?
Right now. It's a soundboard. It's me.
I don't know. If I could, my ideal Cleveland concert would be "Bitch I'm from Cleveland" Volume 1, top to bottom.
That's
That's
fair.
so many
I
artists.
All right,
I know.
you?
But like,
Who's
but
your
you know what I'm
four?
saying? Like, that's
feel it.
where I'm digging from. That's where I'm digging
That's
from.
fair.
That's
fair.
That's what got
crazy.
me. That's what got me hip to like, wanting to rap. I was like, damn, these niggas is like from here. Like,
Yeah.
All right, Nuke, what's your 4?
Definitely. That's why I was laughing. Royalty camp is definitely up there.
Is it your main though?
Huh?
Start with your main and then do your openers.
Like my
Like the main act of your
headline?
show. Yeah.
Probably MGK.
Okay.
MGK, I call MGK show that I'm getting sidetracked, but he's a good performer. He's a good performer.
Yeah.
MGK, Royalty Camp, Tay Miles, and I don't. I would say Sean K.
Yeah, you fucking took.
I would say Sean K.
Yep.
Fucking took mine. So like I'm going on like a performer energy, kind of like what you're on. Like this is my show. Like I want to go there. I want to feel every moment I'm fucking there. Yeah. So my headliner's Tay Miles off top. I want Sean K. Not in any order for the openers, but I want Sean K. I want Tezo. Tezo go dummy hard.
That dinner date though.
I gotta hear that. Like I want to hear that. And then for my fourth, it's gonna be a thrower, but he's not gonna give me the rest. But man, do I love hearing his songs live. Give me Bags. I gotta see Bags live. Like I know he's not gonna match the energy of the other three, and that's fine. Cause what he'll bring for that first set, like he's definitely
it's
the
dynamic,
opener.
Bro.
I want Bags opening that bitch. Then I want Tezo. Then we switch to Sean. Then we go to Tay Miles. And we end it from like a hard ass to like real like, oh, some artistic shit right here.
All right, what about you, Brody?
I'm gonna take Rip Flames as my headliner. We just gonna start out strong.
What happened to him?
What happened to him? Yeah,
hey, where's
that's crazy.
Rip?
But he could end on that one banger, and I'll just take it. I only need one song out of him, and it's enough for me.
What is it?
I can't
with the 40.
Yes, give me that song. End on it. I'm cool with
is that
it.
Payday?
Yeah, probably.
I'll take Payday.
Probably.
Can I tell a story
that's
about
what I
Rick Flames real quick?
I thought that was the name.
I'm
We're
letting you
gonna go
finish.
around the table and
Yeah.
finish this question.
I'll take Rip Flames. I'll take Lost Tribe with Shawty Got My iPhone Blowing Up. They only need to play that one song. They second after Rip Flames.
You about to have a short ass show.
All I need is one song. If we talk in Pinnacle of Cleveland, I just need to hear one song, and I'm cool with it. That's all I
So
need.
those are
honestly.
openers.
No, I'm taking Rip Flames as a headliner. He
Just
ended
one
on
song?
round 40. That's all I need.
Grand opening, grand closing.
That's what I'm saying. Take that. I'll take the one song. I mean, there's other fucking Rip Flame songs I like, but I'm thinking off of what I want to hear one time. I want to hear that. I'll take Lost Tribe one time. iPhone. Boom. I'll take Foreign J right after that.
Okay.
I fuck with Foreign J. 10 out of 10. And
Bro.
as an opener, give me Lil Cray. I'll take Lil Cray. Yeah. Snapchat, I need to hear that. That's another.
So only old Lil Cray.
No, I'll take all Lil Cray, but I got to pick the set list, so it's probably going to be mainly all Lil Cray.
All right, what about you, SIE?
Shit, man. As far as like Cleveland artists, I ain't really too hip. You know what I mean?
Bet.
With a lot of Cleveland artists, I would say, obviously Kid Cudi. And nowadays I would say like Doughboy and like, shit like that. But like I'm really not too hip to too many Cleveland artists like that.
All right, for me, the opener would be Dope Culture Reunion Show,
Oh shit.
followed by individual sets with Wes and Tay having their
I
own
forgot about
sets.
Wes.
Okay.
Wes Will and Tay Miles.
Wes
And then after that, I'm having
Wes.
Sean K. And then after that, I'm closing with 9 Inch Nails.
That's crazy.
That is a tough ass show. I'll take that.
We go from like the hip hop all the way to the fucking experimental
Yeah,
like
you-
rock.
you
And
stuck
then
on
we
the
need like
vibe.
a Sean 9 Inch Nails collab like
Facts.
song in there too.
Facts.
I'd go crazy.
Like a Trent Reznor featuring Sean K.
That singer sound
Isn't he
like
from
him.
like Ravenna or some shit?
Yeah, it says they formed in Cleveland, so
Okay.
I mean it's like we're from
That's
Cleveland
broad.
Heights or fucking Lyndhurst or
Right.
Westlake, like whatever.
Quick story about Rip Flames. I was at a party one time. Y'all know Grady Coe? Grady Coe. He had a party.
Yo, what happened to him? I was just asking about him like 2
Bruh.
months ago.
He just works now, bro. Like,
Aw.
just wanted to, just kind of fell off.
Well, I'm glad he's safe.
That's an OG. He doing good though, man. That's my bro. He lightweight kind of brought me into the Cleveland game for real. But
Hell yeah.
we were at a party of his one time downtown, dope ass penthouse, and Rick Flames was there, and this is when he had the long dreads. I don't know if y'all remember him. And he told, I was like, what's your name? He was like, Rip Flames. And it was loud in the party. I was like, Rick James? Like, you going by Rick James, bro? Like, so the whole night I thought his name was Rick James. So but yeah, shout out Rip Flames. I just want to tell that story.
All right, yeah. So now we're at the 2 hour and 30-minute mark. So everyone's gonna go around and do their little sign off and let everybody know what they got going on. So we'll start with Beamer.
Man, I'm working on some music right now. It's not really hip hop oriented. It's more like pop, EDM style, funky soul type stuff. Trying to recreate some 70s type sounds. And I'm working with a producer named Tweak on the Beat, who we recently worked out a publishing deal through Empire for him. So that's been really dope, watching him grow and make connects and do stuff like that. And I also manage Monster Beats from New Orleans. So that's why I brought up that region question, because I spend a lot of time in New Orleans now with Currency and Monster Beats, and just seeing the sound that a whole like pocket of the country creates and how many people relate to that. I think it is very important. But again, it's not everything, And but yeah, so we're working on some publishing deals and stuff with them, and working on some shit with Jet Life too, getting ready to ink some shit, get a situation with them, and that's pretty much it. I'm trying to do some shows. I'm gonna be in LA in January, just networking, hopefully get in the studio with Wayne and Wiz. Those are like the two big, artists that Monster Beats have produced for before, and we're trying to, do some stuff. So
Oh yeah.
that's what I'm on.
Congrats on that.
Bam, bam.
Thank you.
Miles Garrett.
What about you, Fabian?
DPOY.
I got a EP with SIE dropping, 11/22. It's called Gold Blooded. It's lit.
That's hard.
It's some. Thank you. It's some trap shit. If you know me, I do everything, and I'm also dropping a record with my band that I just put together. We're called AKA and Company. A little smooth, like R&B, rap, fusion, crazy. Just some real different stuff. I'm trying to take the band and step into some different doors.
How many piece band is it? You got what instruments you got?
6. I got SIE on keys, Dan on guitar, Ethan on bass, Angel on drums.
Fire.
My sister singing back up, and me.
The lead singer.
Oh, that's hard.
Lead performer. That's dope.
And yeah, I'm basically gonna do what Soulja Boy did to the music industry.
Oh, I was about to say what
everything first?
Yeah, I'm about to say you're about to be the first.
Yeah, I'm about to do what Soulja Boy did and come shake the game up a little bit.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
All right, what about you, Nuke?
New project coming out December 1st. I'm performing in St. Louis this week. Got another show next week in Cleveland. Just working, trying to get this out. It's been a long time I've been working on this project. It's finally coming out. It's just 10 songs, all new, some of my favorite shit I ever made. So I can't wait to perform it. I want to perform everywhere.
Where's the show at in Cleveland coming up?
I think it's supposed to be at Lounges. I think she's going to announce it this week. But I'll keep you tapped into it.
For sure. And where you had a show on the 30th of November?
Yeah,
at the Grog?
yeah.
At the 30th?
The 30th.
Okay.
Come see
A
something
week
different.
from
It's the
Thanksgiving.
band. Yep.
Yep.
That's
It's
dope.
the AKA and Company.
Yep.
Bet we
fire.
there.
That's
Yeah, we
fire.
there.
Yeah. You guys playing with a bunch of other bands too. It's a whole. It's
we
a
play
whole.
with like some rock bands. This is our
Yeah.
first. We usually be the band in a rap room. So now we like the R&B rap band in a band
In the-
room.
so
Yeah,
like
for
rock?
sure.
In a rock, yeah.
Different
rock.
energy.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you know,
Dope.
I'm about to
Gonna be
pull
a
up.
standout.
About to pull
Yeah,
up.
we. I'm in there.
for sure.
All right, what about you, Marcus?
Man. Well, the Kings are up 112-92.
Called that.
That money line hit, just if anybody tailed. No, I'm working on a Discord. I was really waiting for like a real big milestone. We finally hit over $250,000 bet. We're at 260,000.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Crazy.
I was waiting for credibility, hella like tickets, like everybody opens up a betting Discord around here and they don't fucking win anything. Like, why should I pay you something to give me a pick? You ain't even do nothing. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You ain't got no fans. I ain't coming to your show, dog.
It's same thing. So, I'm about to open that up. We got WTMB. So what's the next bet? It's gonna be the brand that we're gonna build out.
That's fine.
Got like a bunch of sharps that I'm working with, like some people that I trust their picks. We're gonna build that out. We're gonna get something cool in there. I want kind of like what you want to do. I want to switch up like how these betting discords operate. Like it's pretty remedial if you ask me. It's just like a Discord. We all talk and then here's the picks. I want to kind of switch it up and do some cool things with it. Make it more community like. But more incentive and less like just here's picks, you know, like and let's do competitions and let's like have like lists where like I take money that like I'm making from you guys, like let's try to give it back, like who's gonna have the best card this week, like who's got the highest like fucking odd card that hit, like you know what I'm saying, like who hit the fucking plus 10,000, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like there's a market for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it'll just be like something cool. You know, I think I've done my worth. I think I've you know, kept it quiet. Everybody's asked me for fucking the whole past year, like, when you're going to do your group, I've always said, no, I'm not doing it. But I think the time's right. I think it's time that, like, you know, I've showed my worth. I've showed what I could do, and I think my strategy's proven. So that's what I'm looking to do. So keep a lookout on that. I'll keep you guys posted when the Discord drops and shit.
All right, what about you, Brody?
Just build my own career up. I mean, I don't do anything like music related or anything like that. I just show love to a lot of homies and help them in what they do and everything like that. But my own career, like in terms of like IT work and like just computers and shit, just tap into different avenues. Hopefully get some plugins on some startups and just work on like other businesses and like other shit that's going on. So like build my career up, get certifications, do other shit in IT or just like cloud management, cybersecurity, shit like that. Just tap into that whole entire market of just like networking and like communication on terms of like technology that's coming out and what's popping and what's new and shit like that. So yeah, build my career up, do that shit. Help out the homies in the local area, make sure their shit's good. And yeah, just show love.
Hell yeah.
What about you, SIE?
Shit, man, like Fabian was saying, you know, we got this EP coming out November 22nd. It's a pretty much trap shit, you know what I mean? But we're very versatile. We have a whole vault of all types of different vibes. You know, come see us, AKM Company, on November 30th at the Grog Shop, you know what I mean? Like he was saying, you know, I'm going to be on keys. We got a whole, you know, a nice set list for y'all. And yeah, man, I just been working on, you know, experimenting on some new sounds, trying to find something, you know, something new, something fresh for everybody, while, you know, also trying to inspire those that are watching, those that are looking at me, you know what I mean? And, you know, hopefully we can make a movement out of Lorain County.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Big.
All right, and then for me, yeah, just doing the podcast, the Will's House podcast every other Monday. Thanks to everyone for coming. You guys are the real MVPs. On the podcast, we bring you personalities like Moneyline Mark and Brody and all our guests every other week. Shout out to you guys. Couldn't do it without you. And yeah, so we want to keep working on doing the podcast, artist interviews, making beats, engineering sessions, just trying to get it, man. Like that's all you can do with this music shit. You just gotta try to get it your own way and make a lane for yourself, you know?
Preach.
Mm-hmm.
And success is defined like by you know?
Yeah, it's relative.
Yeah. So if you're happy and you're enjoying what you're doing, you're ahead of most people. So
Big facts.
So on that, thanks for everyone for coming, and yeah, that's it. Bye. Everyone say bye.